with these two fragile twinks.
No.
I could see that Mizzou, Illinois rivalry leading to rough butt play. Thanks. That's from the St. Charles Hermaphrodite.
Gosh. Sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't ever consider myself a top in any scenario.
Clip that off.
You're a bottom?
I mean, just with my figure. And I'm kind of...
But yet you're wielding a large hog.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty flexible, too, and I think that's an important part to be a bottom. Mm-hmm. I think the top really just, obviously you need to take control, but you're not needing to be as limber.
Oh.
Right. I agree with all that.
Can gay guys trib?
Cut 3.
You don't have a name like me, like masturbator.
What was that?
That was perfect.
What just came out of your mouth?
Wasn't that his text name?
Harrison's brother, Master.
Oh, okay. Well, he's was it innuated?
Insinuated.
Insinuated?
Okay, let's drop to a clip real quick. It's amazing that a 2-second clip gets going.
What are you saying? Insinuating that it's masturbator?
Cut. I'll leave it at the 4.
Anyway, number 3
Sorry.
will be...
He's got another hit at 8:05.
Will be Brazil.
He's on 101 with Randy Character.
Tim, I'm still talking.
I apologize.
You crossed the line now.
Yeah, thank you, Iggy. Iggy's my muscle.
I have the mic drop number 2.
Oh, good. What do we have?
You have to go onto the 101 app.
Canada, number 1, United States of America.
Yes. I mean, when Larry starts going with these countries, Doug, do not interrupt him.
Yeah, he's got to go now. He read those off while we were talking.
All right. What's the mic drop number?
You have to go onto you have to download the 101 app, and then it's
not happening.
It's an option to do it. You can send a mic drop.
What's happening, Larry?
He's had enough.
You're hanging up on us?
I'm still waiting on the number for the mic drop.
You have to download the app.
You have to download the app.
You have to download the app.
Okay.
Cut 5.
Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, we're good. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're fine here. You?
Hey, you guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you just fine. Mike! Mike! Well, I guess he's not there.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is! What did you have to say to us today? Mike, anything else? Mike!
Hey, Doc.
Yeah!
Hey, Doc.
What?
When you in the hospital, did the nurse take a shower with you?
Did she do what?
The nurse took a shower with me when I was in hospital, 2017.
She got
took a shower with me every day.
She actually got into the shower with you.
I like it, too.
Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you did.
Cut 6.
We actually did that interview. Let it run ever. And the girl, half sound asleep, couldn't have known who she was talking to, and you're just spitting advice.
Juju, baby.
Like some veteran agent.
Well, let me tell listeners who just heard that maybe for the first time, a lot of editing in there. I mean, it wasn't a good interview. But there wasn't that much dead air.
You think Chris Ravy misrepresented what really happened?
Yes. I mean, no, it wasn't a
charge.
It wasn't a bad interview. It wasn't a good interview. But all he did was take my questions and and kept looping that in there. It only happened once. So there was a lot of editing.
Why were we interviewing her anyway?
Sometimes you hit and miss, Doug.
Well, who the hell was it?
That was Kai's friend. She's moved to California. I think she wants to get into porn.
And those were the cuts of the week.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I'm here with Ryan Kelly, the HomeLoanExpert.com. Man, Ryan, the home buying market is competitive as all get out right now.
You need every leg up you can get. You need every advantage you can get, and that's what we give you at the HomeLoanExpert.com. We have a 10-day closing guarantee. That's right, 10 days. If that doesn't make your offer stand out, not sure what will. We also have lower rates, over a quarter point lower than the national average. We don't just talk about low rates, we have them. And at the HomeLoanExpert.com, we have programs for almost anybody. Got questions? Ready to get pre-approved? The HomeLoanExpert.com.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After, 105.7 HD2 FM, the Potted Plant. It is our Mug and Ass St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. We are in our Michelob Ultra Studios. Timothy Michael McKernan, Douglas Sullivan Vaughn, Kenneth Iggy Strode, Action Jackson, Virgin Pringle Sauce Boss is in the Horton Watkins studio. And the Plowhawk is on the ones and twos. Come on in, friends. The water is warm. You can text in Engineer Design Facilities text inbox 314-881-TMA5. You can call in Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone line 636-9004 TMA. And you can email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling. Email the day, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. And Doug, my ass hurts. I've got a... Can you get a Charlie horse in your... It's like right here. Come here.
The gluteus?
Like right here.
I can't see. Is it your
There,
hip?
like right
Is that a hip? Or is it buttocks?
I don't know. I've never had it before.
You can pull
Just
a
woke
muscle
up with
there.
it.
Sure.
I don't know what I pull a muscle doing, though. I just woke up with it.
Huh. That sounds like the kind of thing hockey players complain about every now and then.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What is it called?
Like
if I sit, if I lean my weight on the right side, it hurts.
Lean on the right side.
Like the right side of my ass, thigh, glute. I've never had anything like that.
It's not the hamstring?
Oh, my God. It really hurts.
You sure it's not the hamstring?
It's not a hip?
No,
Sciatica?
I've had hamstring before.
Could be sciatica.
What's sciatica? That's what Janine Lindemulder had.
That's that nerve that runs down from your back into your legs, upper legs.
You got to move to Seattle and get no cell phone service.
Yeah, she was in the Oregon woods.
I think you have sciatica.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You look up sciatica and see.
We can get a walker or wheelchair in here, I suppose.
Sciatica is pain going down the leg from the now it's not lower back.
Oh, okay.
We need to get a Hubbard wheelchair for Tim to wheel him to the ESPN 101 studios.
Or some lemmings to carry him around. You don't make one of those fireman's bridges seats where you do this to your hand and you carry the person. Yeah.
What about like have guys carrying this big, oversized, bed?
Oh, sure.
And then carry that.
Need 4 of them. Mm-hmm.
The pain is often described as shooting, but it's not shooting. It's just constant.
Yeah.
I don't know what I got.
Well, what did you do?
Horse.
Did you do anything to it?
No. I
You just woke up with it?
Yeah, I just woke up. Had none of it going to bed, and just woke up.
Yeah. Well, I had that a few times myself.
Oh, did you really? So you have it?
Well, not the same thing, but other injuries where you go to bed feeling great and you wake up with some enormous problem.
The first thing I put pain in thigh and buttocks and sciatica as the first search.
Especially if you didn't feel like you did anything. Sometimes that could be a nerve.
Deep gluteal syndrome.
Oh. You think maybe you have deep gluteal syndrome?
I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
There's got to be numbness, though. I don't know if there's numbness. That seemed to be
numbness. But if I lean, Doug, right now, I'm leaning on my right side.
I see that, yeah. And that hurts.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Like a Charlie horse type of hurt, though. Are there Charlie horses in the arse?
Well, yeah, you can pull an ass muscle, sure.
Like, can I lean forward like this? It's a whole thing.
Huh. Well, are you going to go see a doctor?
I don't know. If it continues, I mean, it's only been going on. I've only been up for a couple hours, so I only have had it for a couple of hours.
Ice or heat packs, massaging the entire hip and buttock area. Both we can do on the show if you'd like.
Yes.
Should we take offers from Lemmings to come in and do that?
Over-the-counter anti-inflammatory drugs. Resting. Those are some of the home remedies. They give you some stretch options as well.
Okay.
Ooh, lay on your back and bend the knees. You're already doing this, probably on a daily, some of these stretches, so I think you'll be fine.
The YouTube chat is saying hip flexor, Doug? Hip flexor?
That's the hockey injury.
Hip flexor, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, let me look on that. That might be what I got going on.
Yeah.
Either way, we're in the Mug and Ass St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. I'll try and diagnose it, and we'll ask people to come in and finger me, rub me.
Well, we're not going anywhere on this show until we get this injury figured out.
Thank you. St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota. That's where you can check out stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. If you're looking for a new car or pre-owned car, if you want to get your car serviced, go to Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Go online or email me, tmckernan at InsideSTL.com, and I will connect you with Jamie Burkhardt of Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Clayton Patterson and Peter Munganess, and you will be taken great care of. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota. Get involved on the show. Engineer Design Facilities. Text inbox EDF, the sponsor of the text inbox, 314-881-TMA5, 314-881-TMA5. That is how you can get involved in the show like Ray King has. Tim, Mrs. Ray King is a physical therapist. She will work on you for free. Doug, let me work you over like a French maid, you slut.
What? How did I come into this? Come
Ray
on
King
now.
wants to work you over.
Come on now. No, I'm fine in the ass department.
Ass pain sounds like a Prod Joe sitch.
Oh yeah, he had
Brad and Boca.
He had some blood coming.
That would be funny if he could, like, yeah, just sciatica. It's like, Joe, there's blood coming out of your anus.
It sounds like fun and games when you hurt your patoot, but boy, it hurts.
Tim, go see Zach at Family Golf and Learning Center. He is the chiropractor upstairs. He has the hands of a god. Sincerely touched by an uncle.
Oh, my girlfriend Madison.
Are you on a treat, bro?
What is in your mouth?
Clip that off.
Pumpkin spice muffin.
Ooh.
Oh.
But Madison and her mom go to this dude named Gavin.
Gavin.
And they come out really happy. So I think maybe he could, rub you down. And
Gavin's got magic fingers?
Mm-hmm.
Where is this Gavin?
Yeah.
Why is he chirping?
I think he works out of his home.
Oh, he does?
Oh, Bill.
I promise it's not an army-based situation.
He sounds tall.
He does sound tall. He sounds alive. Jackson, we are giving away $200 worth of Muggsy jeans. What's going on?
Yeah, it's an app contest. Just hop in there and download the app if you haven't already. And then you create a profile.
Did you take some of the Plowhawks product?
You sound so over.
Way to sell it.
Are you already dreading 10 o'clock?
No. We're all good. The Muggsy app contest, just like any other app contest, you go download the TMA STL app, create a profile if you haven't already, and then you just go to your profile section, you click the little icon that says app contest, you click enter to win, and you're entered to win $200 to Muggsy. Simple as that. And Muggsy are great pants, most comfortable damn jeans in the world. And all you got to do is hit like 3 buttons, and you can be entered to win $200 worth of them.
That'd be nice.
Get yourself a short pant combo.
Yeah, a little 1-2 action.
Yeah.
Look great, feel great. Free your balls once and for all, and go get yourself some Muggsies by just signing up on our app, and you can win $200 worth. Bada bing, bada boom.
Danny Tanner says, guys, Jackson is putting in his 2 weeks' notice after the show. Jackson, are you moving on?
No.
Where will your next job be, Jackson?
Who knows, Doug? I know I'm happy here, so.
When do you start this new job?
I have no new job. See, you're building on false pretenses.
Okay.
And I won't stand for it.
We were
Danny
just told
Tanner is in the know.
Yeah, why would he say this if he didn't have
Exactly.
solid information?
Where's Warenberg Corporate at?
Oh, I don't
Danny
know.
Tanner's a fraud.
Oh, Danny Tanner just took shrapnel. Get involved on the show and text into the program. Jackson and I did a podcast yesterday, and I've been anxious to hear the opinions of the dais on the topic. Doug, this to me strikes me as perfect for Pepper and Jeannie, and so I'm anxious to hear from Plowhawk. You're Pepper, and Iggy, you are Jeannie. Is that correct?
Pep and Jean.
I don't think we know.
I thought Plowhawk, you said yesterday that you're Pepper.
I think, yeah, because I have a little bit more spicy a taste.
You're a little pepper pot.
Little pepper pot.
Yeah.
So Jackson was telling a story of, it wasn't you, it was a friend of yours.
That's right.
Are you having a treat, bro?
Yeah. I was having a protein
Everyone's
bar.
eating but me.
I have a
I'm not
mic
eating.
switch
I just have
so
my
that no one can
water.
hear me. And when I got
My
called,
protein shake, not in the refrigerator. There it is on YouTube, 9 o'clock. In which he's at a University of Missouri dorm, correct?
yeah. Well, yeah, my buddy was at the University
Right.
of Missouri dorm.
And he starts engaging in coitus with a lass who has a roommate.
Mm-hmm.
He completes the task, sassifies her, and then the roommate, who had been sleeping across the room, or at least attempting to, he, says, "Why don't you come over here and sassify me?" Was that essentially what took place?
Yeah, that is accurate.
This happened to you?
No. To Jackson's buddy.
Oh, this just last weekend?
No, this was...
Well, when was it?
4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
This was when I was at Mizzou.
And then I started asking questions. Number one, was there a diddling situation going on initially with the latter lover? And then number two, what was the former lover doing once Jackson's friend made his way across the room? Jackson didn't have the answers. Am I correct on that?
Yeah. I don't know about the diddle. Nor do I know what the other girl did once he moved on to girl number 2.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Oh, Plowhawk knows. Good.
Oh,
this is why it's more of a Pepper and Genie thing, even though it's on QFTA on my podcast.
I've been in the dorm sitch. I think I did 2 or 3 years total with dorms. So usually after that happens, you clean yourself off. You go to that communal shower. First thing you do, kind of get yourself, cleaned up. Maybe brush your teeth, wash your face. Then you go to the vending machine area. Get yourself some snacks. Maybe splurge on a Dr. Pepper or something. And at that point in time, you're going through several elevator rides.
Just for fun? Like it's some sort of amusement park ride?
The snack area may be a different level than the bathroom area. So I'm saying you hit up the bathroom, maybe the snack area is on 4 and you're on 9.
Yeah.
So you got to go down.
That's
5
true.
flights. Maybe you see a friend. You have, a little chat.
Mace Dog.
My thing is like the reboot time for this guy.
Yeah, Jackson, do you have any details on the time?
I mean, just hopping from bed to bed. And
time as in between the 2 females, or the time it took him to sassify?
No.
The former.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Wow, Doug. This guy's a stallion.
Well, he was 18.
Yeah.
Even then.
20?
Yeah, 18 or 19. Yeah, I think that,
He bounced back quickly.
You got to shake off that regret.
Listen,
after,
like when the spotlight hits you, some of us perform and some of us cower away, and my guy performed.
I am ready for a ciggy. I'm ready for an episode of Parks and Rec, maybe something like that. No, after, love making.
Guys, I'm betting this was probably a scene from a movie Jackson watched at some point, and he's misremembering. That's from Minute Bowl Eligible.
I can't think of the
Dangle My Berry says 100% a diddling session occurred. So as Jackson's telling the story, it reminded me, Doug, of a time in which a gentleman was at the end of my bed pleasuring himself. And that became part of QFTA in addition to, I don't even know, it's a TMA question. So we got, and what did you title the podcast, Jackson?
I cleaned it up. I just said erotic tales and radio stuff. Not a great title.
Well, I was saying guy beats off at end of Tim's bed and TMA behind the scenes. I think that is more of a catchy headline.
It's a little wordy.
And then
How many words do we have to work with? How many characters?
Well, it already starts with the Tim McKernan Show, QFTA. So at that point, we're going on more
But everything's a
than one
QFTA at this point.
Right.
No, anyway.
I can change it.
So here's my question for Pepper and Jeannie. Doug, in a number of group sex scenarios, at one point in the least popular MFMF, at one point, I was engaging with the 2 Fs, and then I briefly was like, where did the gentleman go? Who was with one of the Fs?
I wouldn't worry about him.
I wasn't, but I did. After a while, I was like, I wonder if he just left, which would be what we would call optimal, because then that leads to the less popular MFF. And then I realized he was in the corner of the room on what I believe was my office chair, pleasuring himself.
I'm out.
Now, Plowhawk, proportionately, though, if you have what I have going on in front of me, and these were 2 legitimately very attractive ladies engaging with themselves and one engaging with me, proportionately, the good outweighs the bad. Very unfortunate that this was going on. I don't know why he abandoned and then went to pleasure himself. As Jackson was focused on, he was behind me, and while I don't know what he was looking at, theoretically he could have been looking at my ass while pleasuring himself. I can't say
one
that
with the
he
hip
was. I can't say that he wasn't with the hip flexor.
This is well, in that situation. After you notice that, now you're a receiver coming across the middle on a slant pattern. You got to keep your head on a swivel. You can't really enjoy the act,
but you can't bail on it because, first off, I'm sure I was intoxicated, at least relatively speaking. It was probably 4 or 5 in the morning, and then secondarily, you have the dopamine rush of what's going on in front of you, and then you have what I would describe as an unfortunate situation going on. Just Doug, probably like at about 5 o'clock. If I'm picturing 12 o'clock is euphoria, and at 5 o'clock you have an unfortunate situation. Now, in a vacuum, if I were to just wake up in my bed and there's a guy pleasuring himself at the end of the bed, that is what I would call 100% negative.
Yeah, you'd punch him.
Well, that's in play.
Punch him.
Anything's in play.
But you have to realize the room is dark. It's 4 or 5 in the morning. Everybody has enjoyed some libations, and there's lesbianism, the less popular MFF going on, and then you got this over there. So you can't call attention to it because then that's going to ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
You don't want it. It's like a no-hitter. You don't talk about it. But there is a gentleman pleasuring himself right off to
the guy chattering about it at the end of the dugout.
You see what's going on?
Yeah.
Now, also in a separate MFMF situation, this made Jackson more uncomfortable. So that's where I'm going to go to Pepper and Jeannie on this. Doug, have you ever executed, apparently Jackson is familiar with this, when you're with a significant other or just dating, that you put your hand on the small of the back of the lass with whom you're out?
I believe that's happened.
That's a gentlemanly move, I've been told.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily sexual. It's just, you go first, and I will put my hand on the small of your back.
I'm here to protect you.
Right, Plowhawk right there. You just executed it perfectly.
Yeah.
Clearly you do that with Madison.
Yeah, obviously, look at me. I'm masculine. I'm the man.
Absolutely. You're a stud, stallion.
So in a separate, and I believe latter event, same girl, new gentleman, and it was pretty much understood there was most likely going to be the least popular MFMF, and we were in Las Vegas. Doug, you ever been to the Ghost Bar at Palms? I mean, back in, a long time ago, Ghost Bar at Palms was the place to be.
Sounds like a place where you'd get in trouble.
Long time ago. But I guess they reopened it. It's the Palms. The Palms is kind of now, it isn't what it was like 15, 20 years ago. But anyway, and as we were leaving for what I thought was going to be the least popular MFMF.
Very unpopular.
I could have sworn the gentleman put his hand on the small of my back.
Oh, no!
That's when you can pull the ripcord. You're not in it yet. There's no shame in saying, okay.
But I wasn't certain.
Is it possible, like a good sheepdog, he was just trying to shepherd everyone out the door to move along the
We're
whole
in room
exercise?
750, Tim.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, guys, let's go.
And in my mind, and again, now it should be noted for the purpose of Pepper and Jeannie's verdict here, it should be noted that Cardinals win last night also. What was the final night? 5-1?
5-1, going for the sweep this afternoon.
It should be noted.
That's enough Cardinal talk, I guess.
That two lasses had been heavily engaged in what I would describe as a sapphic makeout session. Right there in the middle of the cocktail lounge. Aggressive.
Not in Vegas.
Aggressive. And so in my mind, that's our focal point. We're going to do whatever we need to do to get to that point. But I couldn't help but go, did that gentleman just put his hand on the small of my back as we were walking out?
When you said you wanted to get to that point, he was thinking you wanted to get with him to that point. When the girls were with each other, you wanted to get with him.
No. Now, as the evening played out, there was nothing that involved swordplay. But maybe, I don't know, a few months later or something like that, same setting, MFMF, least popular, and so help me, this time we're at the Stag Bar in Sauget, Illinois, and this time I absolutely felt him put his hand on the...
Who is this guy? And why is he handsy?
In Sauget, the Vegas of the Midwest.
It is.
Who is this guy?
Now, we had the least popular MFMF, but There was never any interaction. He never excused himself to the bottom of the bed and used my office chair to pleasure himself. But in the back of my mind, I thought, I wonder what that's all about. And I asked her, his whatever, girlfriend or whatever you'd want to call it, I said, hey, has he ever expressed any interest in, a harrier hole?
Oh, no! Oh,
That one hurt.
And what was her answer, Tim?
No, and she was alarmed by the query.
Now, how did you ask it? Because she may have been...
Yeah, it is right there. Has he ever been interested in a harrier hole?
I think the problem with how you worded it was it made it sound like you were kind of putting yourself out there as if you were interested.
No. That's a nice question. That's why having Pepper and Jeannie to analyze the situation is going to be so helpful. Because I wasn't saying, hey, any chance, we'll call him Bill. Any chance Bill is interested in hooking up with me while you engage in sapphic play. The question was more, say I don't know if it was really a boyfriend situation. We'll call Bill her boyfriend.
Or just her date.
Your boyfriend, every time, it's a couple of times when we've been leaving or we're going to the bar to get a drink or whatever, he puts his hand, and he doesn't keep it there. I'm going to make that clear. But just like you would.
It's a curious hand.
It would right on the small of my back, and I thought, well, that's a little... So the question that we eventually got to on QFTA yesterday is what, and this is what I want to hear from Pepper and Jeannie.
Well, sure.
What would make you more uncomfortable? The gentleman at the end of the bed.
Who we got to call him? The guy hammering on it.
Doug, what would you like?
Jake.
Jake.
Okay.
Jake at the end of the bed pleasuring himself.
All right.
Or Bill putting his hand on the small of my back as we would walk. And I want to make it clear he didn't keep it there as if we were arm in arm. I think that's an important distinction before a verdict is made. But in each case, both were either in the middle of the least popular MFMF or they were essentially leading to, as we were leaving, the least popular MFMF. I now yield the floor to the gentleman from Canton, Ohio, and Maryland Heights, Missouri.
They're eating. Both of them are eating. He's like, Did you pay attention to any of that?
Yeah,
you
I
kind of
did.
fogged out.
No, I did.
Okay.
I mean, there's two things. One, the small of the back thing. I mean, obviously you know this couple.
I know her. Didn't know him
well. But you went to Vegas together, and then you went to Sauget together, so you obviously know each other. So I think
all the upper class old money establishments, Hamptons and Palm Beach were next.
It's not like you met strangers in Vegas. I mean, obviously they were here too because you went to another bar with them. So I think subconsciously you felt fine with him.
Until his hand was on my lower back.
But that's the second time. And the first time nothing happened.
Well, the first time I just thought that was a little odd, but I thought there was a chance it was like a mistake or a waitress or somebody else. You know, it's a crowded place, so...
You convinced yourself it was something
I did.
else.
I talked to myself.
Some guys are just effeminate.
I don't know. I think it's the opposite.
That's just...
Yeah, but
you know,
keep your hands to
hey, guys,
yourself.
let's go. I mean, it wasn't like he grabbed your butt and said, hey, buddy, let's go. He just kind of, hey, let's go in the door, whatever. I mean, I don't mind the touch of a gentleman. It's, if it's like that.
I see the blocks.
If it's like that.
What kind of thing is that to say?
Well, if we're out with couples and the guy says, puts his hand on my shoulder and a small of my back, hey, buddy, good dinner or something, that doesn't bother me. And the other one, I mean, I've had plenty of guys at the foot of the bed, none of them jerking. But in that case, to me, it's like, great, stay over there and jerk. I have two women. You're leaving me with another one. You're not going to touch her. I got both. Just sit over there. Do what you want. I've got two women now.
A little surprising to you that he excused himself from the melee to pleasure himself.
I don't know how much booze was involved.
We're talking about Jake.
I know.
I don't know how much booze was involved. He probably felt more comfortable. And I've been in a situation where there was one that couldn't perform. Maybe being that close to you in bed
Excited him.
No, he just couldn't. I can't do anything with him there. I'll go over here. I'll take care of myself, but I can't be that close to another gentleman. I don't know. There could be a number of things, but
No, if he's
but I
on
don't
the
know how
foot
much
of the-
alcohol was involved too. He could just
Would either one of those situations cause you to bail on the festivities?
Both.
Neither. No.
Neither for Iggy and both for the Plowhawk.
Well, I think the hand on the back, to me, is the exact opposite of feminine in that situation. If you do that to your significant other, you are the dominant, of the two. You're really protecting her, and you're kind of showcasing that to the public.
Oh,
that, and maybe that's what he was kind of subconsciously telling you is, hey, I'm the dom in this situation. I'm the lead pack dog. I'm the lead wolf, and you're just, gonna follow my lead.
That wouldn't have been on the small of the back. Then that'd be like the nape of the neck. Come on, buddy, let's get in there.
I guess so. The guy who had the option of making love to a female but chose to get on the office chair is really surprising because
Jake,
to me, he was doing that towards you as opposed to the females. Because he's there, he had the option to touch either of the female. You are off limits. Obviously, that was kind of a
Not according to Bill.
Yeah.
I just think Jake in that situation was overwhelmed and overcome with, by curiosity.
Oh.
That he knew he couldn't touch him. He was having fun with the girls, but knew he needed to release. And that.
How do you know he's having fun with the girls? He wasn't even in the bed.
Well, he could be. I mean, he said to join. I mean, he was willing to join the party, but to me, that off limit, that untouchable. That turns a lot of people on.
No, it doesn't.
Yep.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's something you can't have.
Warren just tweeted that I enjoy the touch of a gentleman quote.
Oh, it's
Well,
super
it was in context. It was in context to the question. The small of the
I
back.
just saw that at the top of my
The small of the back, the nape of the neck, whatever.
And it's been retweeted a few times.
Yep, TMA got handed it.
Touch of a gentleman.
No, I don't know how much alcohol
I
was
guess I'll
involved.
fire a retweet too.
I don't know how much alcohol was involved.
Well, there are some cultures where men hugging and things is not considered bad.
Correct.
Like Italians will run up and hug each other and men kiss each other on the cheek sometimes as a sign of greeting.
But do they get in the
think anything
office
of it.
chair?
Do they what?
Do they get in the office chair naked?
I don't think so. No, that's not part of it.
Now, there's a pretty good
But
chance.
the hugging, I agree. That's perfectly fine.
There's a pretty good chance when I was in the hot tub with Chase Richards that maybe he put his hand on the small of my back and said, "Can I get you something to drink?" Or, but I didn't think anything of it.
Doug?
No, it's two naked men in a
No, we had
hot tub after a night at the bars. I wouldn't think a
Doing
darn
T-bumps
think a
4 in
darn
the
thing
morning.
of it. No.
we had
Playing
a few
piano.
bumps. We had a few lines.
What could possibly happen?
We had we had trunks on. And the more I think about it too, I had his trunks on, so his boys.
Doug, is that's the gesture of a gentleman looking to be gaped.
It really
Swapping
is.
jerseys after the game.
Yep, exactly. Hey, Steph, great game. Thanks, Bron.
I mean, that stuff,
My
trunks.
that stuff doesn't bother me. So that was my point of the.
So
touch.
Plowhawk, you would bail though. Iggy's good. Iggy's in.
I think my problem with Jake.
Doug, Jake, of course, the gentleman at the end of the bed.
Yeah, sorry to confuse anybody. We named these people. Is the fact that, like I said, you're now having to worry about what he's doing behind you or to the side of you, and
really?
that takes away from the enjoyment of it all. So
Again, the alcohol. Tim probably saw him there and said, "What the hell's going on there?" But probably with that much alcohol, you're not really worried.
It was a surprising development just because I can't imagine taking myself out of that situation to just go head to the end of the bed. But, Doug, as you know, this is a show that's never kink-shamed. I mean, it's a sex-positive
try
HD2 radio show. I think it's probably one of the most sex-positive HD2 shows in the country.
Do what you got to do.
That's your kink. You like that? God bless. It just was a little surprising that was going on, considering what was going on. But if that's what he enjoys, that's what he enjoys. It didn't impact me. And so we carried on, because if I call attention to it, it could end the evening. See what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
sure.
I'm not going to risk it.
Oh, sure.
Meanwhile, same situation with the hand of Bill on my tramp stamp. If I call attention to that and go, hey, what are we doing here? Then I risk losing the FF activity fresh off the sapphic session at Ghost Bar.
I think maybe you make a joke with Bill about that hand. Come on, William, get your hand off me tramp stamp.
Yeah,
No, I did it the
got
first
it.
time.
I think you make a joke
Just
about
got
that.
it colored in. It's a little
Yeah,
sore.
so he gets the message that, I can't go after a terrier hole.
Maybe we need to introduce Bill and Jake to each other.
That could be.
What makes me think that your ghost bar guy really went nothing by it is because it happened in Vegas, and then you went to the MFMF and nothing happened. So then you get St. Louis. It's not like he's saying, well, I touched his back and nothing happened. Maybe he'll do something this time if I touch his back.
Oh,
Right. Well, I know the results, but for the purpose of you guys issuing a verdict, you can only put yourself in the moment. You don't know, Doug. You don't know Jordan Montgomery's going to go out there and have the performance he does when you trade Harrison Bader. You don't know what Harrison Bader's going to do.
No.
All you have is the information you have at the time. And I know with the Las Vegas thing, I thought that might have been a mistake. That place is packed. It could have been somebody else, but I was pretty sure because he said, "Oh, you go ahead." And then I just walked ahead, and then there's a hand on the small of my back.
for how many seconds was his hand on there?
No more than 2 seconds.
Yeah, see.
Well, maybe he was just kind of pushing you ahead. He was being polite to push you ahead.
But I noticed it, and then when it happened again a few months later, I thought, okay, this is his move. But is it a move, or is it just the way he, like
Maybe
if one of
that's
you
just
like
him.
we always at 8:00 or whatever time we break, we walk out. And, if I'm holding the door and you go ahead and all of a sudden I put my hand on the small of Iggy's back, I think that might catch people's attention.
I'd love it.
Okay.
Shocked you haven't done it.
Give me about 21 minutes.
No, I think that like when I have these threesomes at Hito,
Okay.
and I know.
Plowhawk just decided he's tapping
Well,
out.
I'm gonna write this.
Well, I know
the.
I know the guy just wants to watch. Now, if the one time with the Arkansas couple,
Doug, the Arkansas couple.
Okay.
when I had
Bill and Hillary.
yeah, we had dinner,
Damn.
and then I said, "Come on down to the hidden hot tub."
Hidden hot
It
tub.
wasn't-
That sounds
there
like
was only
so
a few-
much trouble at Hito.
There were only a few people who knew about this. I was one of them because the
Privileged.
entertainment coordinators told me it's like that's how we came up with the palm firm.
Yeah.
Remix.
All of the palm trees are hiding the hot tub. So I said, meet me at the private hot tub. And I figured that's where we'll have a little fun.
Well, sure you
Well, they came down and said, we don't want to do the hot tub. Let's go back to the room. Now, if I would have gotten out of the hot tub and this guy would have put his hand on my back or kissed me on the neck and said, then I'm done.
Yeah.
But if he would help me out of the hot tub or something, put his hand out here, and just kind of grab my hand and help me out of the
Well,
hot
sure,
tub,
yeah.
I don't think anything of that. It depends if it's if you get a sexual feeling out of it. I think 2 seconds on the small of the back is not sexual. If he starts rubbing your butt
Oh,
when you get out of the hot tub and, he's trying to grab your butt while you're getting out of the hot tub, a little different story. I'm not going back to the room.
Does one make you more uncomfortable than the other, Jake or Bill?
Jake.
Jake?
Yeah.
Well, I think the guy jerking. But even then, I'm not uncomfortable because the fact is he's over there doing what he wants to do. I've got both of them. If he comes to the bed, he's taking one. I'm down to one girl. You stay over there and do what you want. I've now got 2 girls.
Yeah, but that scenario makes me feel like, you're at a Cardinal game. You paid for the 400 level, but you sneak onto the green seats. Great view, got, lavish seating, got all you can eat. But you're always waiting for that usher to put his hand on your shoulder
Right.
to kick you out. And that's what the Jake scenario is. You're really enjoying the MFF, but you never know when it could turn to a forceful MM.
No, wait a minute.
a forceful one.
Forceful.
So you're saying because the guy's over there whacking, he's gay?
It's kind of like sociopathic tendencies. I see in a lot of serial killer documentaries that these guys would be doing that instead of enjoying a great time with a female.
This
and
guy
another
could have been a
female.
serial killer. That was
Never
with
crossed
him?
my mind, honestly.
It would give me that vibe. And again, you can still enjoy yourself, but I'd always be looking out, having my peripherals,
Yeah.
looking behind me, and that would take away from the enjoyment of the experience.
Huh.
No, I'd probably be looking out to see where he's going to finish.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't.
Alante was great out
Yeah,
of
he
the bullpen.
was.
Hopefully, it's not a leather
2 1/3.
chair.
No, this was
No hits.
This was something you probably got at Target or something like that.
Yeah,
Library.
right down to 296.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive
Yeah.
what he's been able to do. But I don't believe he ever did, or maybe I've just talked myself into believing that he never did. All I know is again, lights are off, late at night, everybody's had cocktails, and And then I thought to myself, oh, wow, that's going on. And I was a little taken aback.
Yeah.
It wouldn't bother me.
Well, the Bill thing could just be...
Bill, of course, the gentleman with his hand on my back.
Right.
This could just be him getting primed and ready. You know, when you use a push mower, you don't just pull that thing.
Right.
You got to prime it a little bit.
Well, yeah,
and maybe
about
that
3 times.
Yeah, maybe just that little touch of the back not only maybe gets his confidence leveled up,
Sure.
but maybe it just energizes him a little bit more to perform. And so maybe that, just that touching at that
Well, I would think
priming,
the girl in bed touching him would do more than himself. But
well, different stroke for different folks, but that could be the case.
Well, this is great news. Of course, ladies are calling in, Doug, because so many of our listeners are female and curious. And this is Krista on the Steve Schmidt Kia of North County.
What up, Raby?
It'll be Raby.
Yeah, 100% Raby.
Son of a sack ass.
Iggy, that was an impressive double-barrel storming of the cockpit as you went Chase Richards hijack into some story about the food pantry of the Caribbean. Disgusting.
I'm getting a little tired of this hijacking crap. When Tim threw out a question and said, I want Pepper and Jeannie to answer this, so when I answered, I'm hijacking?
The hijacking was, when I was over at Chase Richards, he may have put his hand on the small of my back because that's what happened to you, Tim.
Well, that was the whole point of the story, dumbass.
Well, the whole point of this call, I've been podcasting, guys, and listen, I'm never one to not admit that I'm wrong. I went back, listened to Mr. Licks. He still sucks.
Mr. Licks sucks.
Licks sounds like the kind of guy who rides no, not even first class. You sit in business class once, Licks, and you take the pillow with you. That's where I'm at in the podcast. Andy, I bet Licks doesn't even own a cummerbund. Actually, I guarantee that. So that's all I got. Tim, of course, and any guy would be smart to make a pass at you. And Doug, kiss my pants.
Pot him down. Pot him down. Pot him down.
I do need to thank Raby. I thanked him on the cooking show yesterday, but that only got out to 7 people.
That's how many watched?
I think it got up to 12 at one point.
It's a slow burn.
But for Gobble Bowl, he brought it to lunch the other day. A authentic Ozzie Smith 1982 jersey for Gobble Bowl, and I'm gonna have to at some point get Ozzie to sign that. But Raby brought that to me, so thank you.
What a nice gesture.
Thank you, Raby.
Bring it to the Ascension.
So he's down on Mr. Licks because he doesn't own a cummerbund.
I mean, I had one when I worked at the Breckenridge.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's the only time I think I've ever worn a cummerbund other than I was in a wedding. Who wears cummerbunds?
I don't even know
Tuxedo
what that is.
wearers.
Yeah,
I know, but
tuxedo
who wears tuxedo and cummerbunds anymore?
Is that now? I haven't worn a tuxedo in so damn long.
Well, it's super dressy parties. There
Senior
are some
prom, I wore a cummerbund.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was relatively recent. That's only, 6 years ago?
Yeah, 2016.
But I'm saying, I mean, I don't even know many people that... I owned a tuxedo because I had to wear it every night at the Breckenridge. But unless you're rich, you're not owning a tuxedo. If you got a special event, you go rent one, don't you?
Well, you can almost buy a tuxedo for the cost of renting it twice.
Yeah.
Oh, I've rented.
There's a lot of people who own tuxedos.
My prom tuxedo I rented was the worst type of fabric. I feel like in direct sun, that thing would have just...
I'm guessing
caught
it was
fire.
I'm guessing light blue with ruffled blue shirt.
It was black, but the material was so rough. Like I had a rash for weeks on my neck from it.
Really?
Oh, it was shut off, and it wasn't even herpes. Pretty disappointed.
You were hoping for herpes.
Yeah, you kind of at senior prom, you expect it.
There's nothing else.
Rite of passage.
Nothing else is a story.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I wouldn't pass up an opportunity to touch Tim. That's from the total package.
That's what I'm saying too.
Doug's Glue Guzzler. Doug, he says Tim's got it right. Tim truly gets it. Just go with the flow, baby. Steve in Wildwood says, how big was the guy yanking, and can I get the names of everyone in the room so I can look them up on Facebook? Thanks. It's Steve, and he is in Wildwood.
Probably a couple kids at Priory. It's
Which will be greater, the total time spent discussing the 2022 Mizzou football season or the total time of this segment discussing a hairier hole? That's from Kevin's brother Jack, and then his last name is Demoff.
Are we supposed to be breaking down the season?
We gave you the Cardinals score.
Yeah.
Plante had a good game. What else you need?
Yeah, Gallegos finished it out.
Connor Cook's a starter.
Brady.
Oh, who cares? Yeah. I'm sorry, that was my bad. Brady Cook. My apologies.
I'm more impressed that Learns listened to the show.
You're impressed by that.
Yeah. She's probably off by now, but
Yeah.
she listened for a few minutes.
What do you mean? I think we're just picking up traction now.
Tim, can you ask Plowboy to text me back and let me know if we're ripping blunts and golf balls today? It's from Doug's Glue Guzzler.
I mean, I have a family. Madison's family is cooking chicken enchiladas tonight.
are they?
At 5:30. It'd be a tough. I don't want to be late, and I don't want to have to go in there sweaty. So I want to play. Like this weather, I feel terrible not playing because it is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I told him I was going to play, but I had the Lisa Ann podcast got pushed back to today at 11:30, and she said it could go 40 minutes to an hour.
DGG is great people. I want to get out on the
And he
course.
can help you with the OnlyFans.
Yeah, he's just a really good guy. That's one of the guys you want to play a casual round
Still
with.
waiting for the password.
Your
Password to
OnlyFans-
see his wife on OnlyFans.
Plowsy, your OnlyFans never really took traction, you know.
Well, it's not, it's not active. No, but I may get some pointers from him, kind of see what he saw as some success stories. They went from nothing to something pretty
Sure they
quick
did.
on those
Yeah.
OnlyFans videos. So
Great news, Buzz is on the line. Doug, Buzz is on the
Buzz,
Steve
okay.
Schmidt Kiev North
Buzz
County phone
Aldrin.
lines. Yeah, Buzz.
Hello, Buzzy.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Oh, we're fine. You?
Good. You guys are talking about roommate sex, so I wanted to hop in. I do have a couple of tales about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I went to Mizzou, humble brag, and we had to sleep in bunk beds my whole way through. So I'd be a senior. I'd be like 21 years old. I'd come back to my room, and it'd be a bunk bed, and I was on the top bunk. So it was really hot. And so we were sleeping one night, and I'm on the top, and my roommate would bring home a girl like probably twice a week, and I would just wake up to the insertion sound.
Oh.
And it was horrifying.
Oh.
So imagine waking up to that, and then I would just wake up like an earthquake. But another story is that I had a girl, she slid through the crack of the bed.
Between the wall and the bed?
That is
Yeah,
insanity.
she slid down the crack to my roommate after passing out. I think it was a triple well night at Big 12. And then she started to have coitus with my roommate on the bottom bunk.
No way.
Yeah,
I mean, that
so it's
Doug,
kinda
I feel like we should give some kind of award for that.
You were with
It
her
was
on the
like a
top
delivery
bunk.
From the heavens. Like, she fell through the top bunk to my roommate, and I guess they both just thought this was time to get after it. And I woke up to them getting after it, and I thought I had a girl next to me, and it was really confusing.
Oh.
Yeah, tough beat for me, but it was a good story, good laugh after.
Should have pushed
and
the
the
bed
last
closer
thing
to
I
the wall, I guess. Push the bed closer to the wall so you couldn't fall through there.
Who was she, Twiggy?
I didn't really think about that at the time, but yeah. And the last thing, I know I'm going to get some death threats. Mr. Licks is just going to go, and I have him pegged, not in the Rockio way, but just like who he is. He has two very successful older sisters who probably went to Yale. I do think he comes from money.
Yeah.
And he's a chubby fella who went to Ole Miss.
Oh.
Like I said, he's a little dumber, but they wanted to send him somewhere like that's not Mizzou.
Yeah.
So he went down to Ole Miss, just drank a lot, failed out, and now he works at Enterprise. So that's Mr. Licks for you.
That's what Mr. Licks works at Enterprise. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and now he thinks he's still entitled because he knows some guys who were successful when he plays at like Old Voices. So.
Okay, well, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's all, guys. See you later.
All right, Buzz.
Doug, that was Buzz.
Yeah.
Man, that Mr. Licks news hits hard.
Tales from college.
I told you he drove a semi. I guarantee you
So he went to Ole Miss and he works at Enterprise, is that right?
He probably drops cars off in his 18-wheeler to Enterprise, is my guess.
Well, we need truckers.
No, I love it, but I love the fact that he was so critical of anywhere besides Huntley.
Mm-hmm. That's a small area, too.
You think an executive job or just, okay, we have you in aisle 6, Mr. Johnson. Here's your keys.
Yeah, I wouldn't say executive.
It's always Johnson. It's always Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, it's the only name I can think of. Shay Bittenbender works for Enterprise.
It's a great company. Fantastic company.
It is.
Buzz, I hope you find yourself as one of the 3 people watching Iggy's cooking show and wonder what you're doing with your life, and then sit down and meditate on it in the middle of 270. Thanks,
Oh.
from Mr. Nipple.
Oh, come on, Nipples.
I knew he wasn't going to be well liked. Good stories, but
Yeah, I don't understand how a grown woman slips down the crack of a bed. And then
Well, because the bed wasn't pushed far enough against the wall.
And then begins banging the gentleman below.
That's the harder part to believe.
It came up off the wall, but the bottom bed stayed against the wall. Wouldn't she have fell through both cracks onto the underneath the bed?
As she was falling, she probably made sure she landed on the bed and not
when
made
you
herself
fall in your
skinny.
sleep, you don't know you're...
Perhaps she wanted to do that. Perhaps she tried to do that.
Well, that'd be a different story. I can't see a girl that had been drinking, you're laying in bed, you fall through a crack, and then immediately jump on top of the guy who you fall on top of.
Yeah.
Did Buzz's roommate taste Buzz after the girl fell down to the bottom bunk? Doug, that's the Warson Woods wacko.
Yeah, see, I have a feeling the girl did it on purpose.
That's sporting.
Hard to imagine that it could all happen accidentally.
The quickest
Couldn't you just
Eskimo
get out of
brothers.
bed? Couldn't you just get out of bed and crawl into the other bed? Why do you got to fall to do it?
Well, because you're drunk and in college, and you do things that don't make sense sometimes.
I've got a Scott's wrinkled ball sack. Now, see, Jackson, we have Scott's wrinkled nut sack and Scott's wrinkled ball sack.
Nice.
This is from Scott's wrinkled ball sack.
All I see is Scott's wrinkled nutsack.
But, I don't know, this is about 20 texts down. I see Scott's wrinkled ball sack. And he wrote, Tim, the dude punching the clown at the end of the bed while watching your dirt star move to and fro had me rolling. But in all honesty, if you need a guy to kind of sit there again, I'll be quiet, and I promise you won't hear my sack slap the base of my hand not once. Also, I promise to never put my hand on your lower back. You're the best. Thanks. That's from Scott's wrinkled balls.
Oh.
Boy, he can't make his mind up. He got you with his wife. He wants you too. I mean, I don't know what's going on there.
Well, now I at least know if we do engage in the least popular MF, he will not attempt to touch my love canal.
No.
So it's good to have that in writing, because I think that's something that I can send to council.
Yeah.
Call Notary Republic. Can you sign this prostitution document?
Republic?
Notary Public.
There you go.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
That's all right.
James Velez Mitchell says, great call. I'm a Buzz Lemon. We got a few of those people like Buzz. Very rarely, Doug, can you call into this show and get support.
Well, he shared an intimate moment with us, and then he got off.
He peeled back the curtain to Mr. Licks, who everyone hates,
Yeah.
who listened to this show, so, like, common ground was found.
That was the
with
best
that last
part.
story.
There
Yeah,
were some holes in the story, but he was a good call. Nothing wrong with him.
We don't get a lot of calls, so when we get a good one, it
seems like a
really,
down-to-earth
really
guy.
nice.
No reason to trash him.
Nice
guys, Ole Miss is a landing spot for stupid Missouri kids whose parents have a little money. They take anybody, and this is true. That's from Steve in Wildwood, and he's going after Hottie Toddy. Good God Almighty.
Don't they say Mississippi is the place where nobody graduates? They have so much fun there. It's such a party school. People don't graduate there.
That'd be fun. Wish I would have done that.
I'd like to go there someday for the
agreed.
party for
Those
the
Fighting
football
Tigers
game.
haven't played there in a few years, I don't think.
Yeah, that'd be a good
Jennings just texted me. He's a Buzz Lemming.
Is he?
Buzz, really gaining traction. This is
Buzz
fun.
is really something.
You can call in. We've taken a few calls this hour. Now, one was a female, but then Chris
Krista?
Raby took the phone. 6369004-TMA. Steve Schmidt Key of North County phone lines. Email in. A lot to work with here. The morning after at InsideSTL.com for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Doug is a client of Design Air. I am a client of Design Air. Say, friends, why don't you become a client of Design Air? They are the best. If you run into any air conditioning issues, you go to DesignAirService.com. You click on the Book Now tab, and one of Seth Goldcamp's service techs will be out there quick, fast, in a hurry, and your air conditioning will be working in a matter of hours. And that is something that Design Air has built their business on. Design Air Heating and Cooling, the official HVAC provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. And go online at designairservice.com. Doug, Ryan Kelly is climbing a mountain. He is climbing a mountain as we speak. He's the home loan expert, the title sponsor online at thehomeloanexpert.com.
Iggy saw pictures where he was using like a pickaxe to get to the top of some summit. This is not just walking up a trail. He's really climbing the mountain.
Yeah.
All raising money for friends with kids with cancer in St. Jude's down in Memphis. And he'll also handle your mortgage. I don't know if he's doing it now while he's up there, if he's finishing the paperwork, but he's got people that do it, of course. The housing market has started to cool a little bit, just like the top of a mountain. But inventory is still low and houses are selling fast. You need to be pre-approved today with the Home Loan Expert. The Home Loan Expert has lower rates, loan programs for almost everybody, and a 10-day closing guarantee. The Home Loan Expert will have you ready to close when the perfect home hits the market. And when he says he's got loans for everybody, he really means it, like the Hero Loan. If you qualify for the Veterans Administration loan program, that would be the best option out there for you. You can buy a house with no money down, and you can cash out, refinance up to 100% of your home's appraised value. At HeroLoan.com, they cover your appraisal and can close your VA loan in as little as 14 days. Whether you're refinancing a loan or buying a new home, visit HeroLoan.com. It's the only way to VA. Ryan Kelly loves to take care of the veterans and the first responders and the teachers and the union workers. If you're a teacher or a union worker, you get a $500 gift card when you close on a mortgage. Whether it's a refinance or an original mortgage, $500 gift card for teachers and union workers. That's the home loan expert, Ryan Kelly.
And once you get your home, make sure you get it insured with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.net. His name is James Carlton, and he has an incredibly wonderful staff in Webster Groves. That's where the office is, just right here in the St. Louis area for you. You're not calling someplace where it's a call service center. You have terrible customer service. You call there, they pick up during the day, and they are on top of it. Last, 2 weeks ago, I guess, we ran into some problems with water coming in through a window, and James Carlton, instantaneously was taking care of the whole situation. That's the kind of customer service you need. You don't think about insurance until you actually need the insurance, and when that happens, it's urgent, and you want to be working with somebody who puts customer service at the top of the list. That's what they do. That's why I'm so happy I made the switch. And once you make the switch, they do all the paperwork for you. Couldn't be any easier. It's James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, 314-961-4800. Go online at carltoninsurance.net. It is 7:59 in St. Louis, Doug. Last night, Joey Zanaboni of St. Gabriel's, of the University High School, and a friend of the show, made his debut calling Major League Baseball on the MLB Network. We have audio of it for you next in our Appliance Discounters 8 o'clock hour. We close out our Munganess St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Check out listener rewards on the new TMA mobile app. Watch the show live on the TMA studio cams. Find it at TMASTL.com. Get the podcast on the TMA app. Download it now.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and I still own, and it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
Doug Vaughn here, along with the home loan expert, Ryan Kelly. Ryan, I know you have been a long-time supporter of the military and trying to make things easier for them and more affordable for them to buy a new home. How's that going?
It's going really well. I grew up in a family full of military. My father, his brothers, I can keep going, but a lot of military in my family. I unfortunately did not serve. In my early 20s, I was doing other things, selling homes and getting into the mortgage industry. But then we sat back about 10 years ago and I said, what can we do to really help our brave service members and their family, our retired veterans, active service? What can we do? We can make the VA loan a lot better because the VA loan is one of the best benefits of being in the military. But the problem is nobody good was doing them. No one really cared about them. These banks were taking months to close them. We've changed the game on that. In fact, we close VA loans in 21 days or less. I personally pay for your appraisal, and we can help you with all the VA paperwork. If you're VA eligible, let's talk about a refinance. Got questions about the VA loan? Ready to get pre-approved? Visit HeroLoan.com. That's HeroLoan.com, the only way to VA.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Strode. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
Remember how life used to be exciting and hold promise for all the good things to come?
I used to work with a pastry chef from Bombay. His name was Mesfin.
Remember waking up on Christmas morning and believing in something.
Now, how that will happen, we haven't yet worked out, but I do believe in it.
Well, that's all gone.
In the air, left field, and gone.
Best you can hope for now is a glass of bourbon and a plate full of ribs to distract you from your impending mortality.
I could use some of that pork, pig boy.
Don't fight it. Salt and smoke.
Bertarelli Cutlery is the gold standard when it comes to having your knives sharpened. Locally owned and operated family business on the hill, where you can not only get knives sharpened, you can get those nitro gloves. Price of gloves has skyrocketed over the years. The need and demand for the gloves is back in a big way. Bertarelli has purchased truckloads of these gloves, and they buy in bulk and then pass the savings along to you. You'll also appreciate Bertarelli for their ability to sharpen up your tools. Chainsaw, axe, knife, lawnmower blades, you name it, they will sharpen it up. Bertarelli Cutlery, 1927 Marconi Avenue on the Hill. The website is bertarellico.com.
I'm a lemon, he's a lemon, she's a lemon, we're all lemmings. Wouldn't you like to be a lemming too? Yep, you're a lemming, so get ready to lem it up. The Ryan Kelly Morning After presents the return of the Lemmings Open, September 23rd at Normandy Golf Club. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Get your foursome together and join Tim, Doug, Iggy, Action Jackson, and the Plowhawk for a day out on the course. Tickets are $85 a person and include golf, all your Mich Ultra beer, plus breakfast from Donut Drive-In, lunch, and after-party food from Uncle Leo's Pizza. The Dotem tournament sold out in 3 minutes, so be ready when these go on sale starting Monday, August 22nd at 8 a.m. at tmastl.com. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Megan Meyer Foundation. The return of the Lemmings Open, brought to you by Munganast, Acura, and Toyota. Better than ever for you, their customer. Get in on the golf so you can be a lemming too.
I'm gay.
Now.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Listen up, y'all. This is a song for the Cardinals. It's playoff time. October's here. It's time to gear up and get ready. Let's hear you cheer. Cardinals baseball. Happy Fly, Fred, Bird, retired numbers and players. Busch Stadium, the Arch, Clydesdales, and the Rally Squirrel. Game 6, walk-off victory, fireworks, championship parade, to the wave, to the wave. Cardinals playoff baseball, let's fill the seats with red. Time to work on magic, 12 and 12. Oh yeah, guys.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Bring it down a notch.
I'm gonna give you the lineup. Kyle Loesch is on the mound with Molina behind the plate. Alan Craig is taking over the duties of first base. Across the stretch, last year's MVP freezes on third. Furcal's out, but Scalzo skipping Cosman got his back for sure. Cardinals playoff baseball, let's fill the seats with red. Time to work on magic, 12 and 12. Don't forget all, unless you went from nothing to winning it all. It's our time to take control. Powerhouse out
Look, you get the idea.
But I like it a lot.
I enjoy it. This is wonderful, Jackson. I wonder if we can play this on Balloon Party.
I don't see why not.
Let's give that a little taste today.
Yeah.
Here you guys go. Taste it.
And just let it breathe a little bit. It's nice to hear that lineup. What was that, 2012?
Yeah.
It was.
12 and 12.
It doesn't sound like that great of a team now, looking back when you hear the lineup.
Called the Scouts.
They were up 3-1 on the world champion Giants.
Cosmos got his back.
For sure.
You know, who was the outfield? Let's see.
Holiday.
Coles.
Taguchi.
Yeah, certainly Holiday was the backbone of the lineup there.
John Jay.
Yeah, John Jay in center, and the right fielder would have been...
that right fielder, Doug. He was
that,
good.
That so? Wasn't so Taguchi?
No, he was 06.
Yeah, he was much earlier. Who was the right fielder? 2012.
Here, let me look it
Larry
up.
Walker.
Lord, God, find it.
No, Walker's gone.
Let's see what I got here.
Roger Maris was gone after, 68?
Gritchuk and Cascati were still in high school.
I bet that's who it
Molina,
was.
Craig, Descalsco
Yeah.
for call. Happy flight. D. Freeze, Holiday, Jay, and then a guy named Carlos Beltran.
Oh, that's
my
all.
gosh,
we
we're
forgot the best player on the team.
the entire team.
Yeah.
Lance Berkman was on that squadron as well.
Yeah, so they did have some thump in the lineup there for the
I
outfield.
forgot about Beltran.
And Alan Craig was a monster there for a while, too.
Eric Komatsu,
Sure. Who's catcher?
outfielder, but enjoyed catching.
I don't remember him.
More of a catcher.
Shelby Miller,
Solid.
Fernando Salas, friend of the show.
Yeah, well, it was a fun bunch.
Zipchinsky, you called him Scrabble.
Mm-hmm.
So sick.
What a squad.
You know, it's funny that at the time, we look at it and we're real serious about it, and then 10 years later, we look back and we laugh at some of the names.
Because we've accomplished so much and they
Yeah.
only played Major League Baseball.
Yeah, these guys weren't any good.
Cosma made probably like 10, 15 million in majors over his career.
Yeah. Some of those guys go from big-time professional athletes, have got the fame and the fortune, to becoming a trivia name just a few years down the road.
Like Eric Komatsu.
Komatsu would be one. Well, Cosmo would be one.
Salas.
Yeah. And a guy like Daniel Descalso, who was had a nice major league career. I'm sure when he walks down the street now, hardly anybody knows him.
Yeah, but if he comes to St. Louis, they give him
He'd get a
standing
nice
ovations
ovation.
in the
Well,
Grove.
yeah, and he deserved it. He played well here. He played hard.
So it sounds like, Doug, you're pushing for a Daniel Descalso night.
It does sound a little like that.
No, I'm just saying. I wonder what it's like to go from being the center of attention for so many people to being a famous professional athlete to just being kind of an afterthought in the eye of the public just a few years later.
I could see 33 being right next to, the guys in the wall there.
I don't know that he's that good. No.
Do they have anybody in their 30s retired? I don't think they do.
No.
Doesn't it go 24 to 42?
Yeah.
You think they'll retire Matt Holliday's number?
They shouldn't, but they might.
The policy I've been told, as somebody who was active in the Retire 51 campaign, is that they only retire Hall of Famers numbers, the exception being Doug.
Ken Boyer.
That's correct. And I was told that was done with a lot of emotion behind it because of his early passing.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was, they called him the captain back then of the World Series champion.
I mean,
he was borderline Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
No offense, Matt Holliday, great career. I mean, pretty good stats in terms of his St. Louis career. Obviously, 2010, over 100 RBIs in 2012. But other than that,
Cardinal Hall
they're
of
okay.
Famer, though, right?
100%, yeah.
Do you think they'll make another exception if Yachty doesn't go to Cooperstown?
Oh, Yachty getting Yachty will have a bust, a statue, a street named after him, and his number retired there for sure.
You think there's a chance he doesn't get in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
I think it's 95%.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a no-brainer now.
And I kind of feel like 95% is low. Iggy, I wanted to wait until you got back into the Michelob Ultra Studios to play this audio.
Thank you. I had to reboot the coffee machine.
You didn't have to do that.
I did.
Unplug
You
and
didn't
plug it
have
back
to. You
in.
don't have to drink it.
It wasn't working.
But you don't have to drink it.
Well, I need at least 2 cups of coffee. This is my second.
So you don't drink any at your house?
No. I'll wait till I get here.
I look forward to it. When I wake up, I'm like, nice, I'm going to go
I look forward
enjoy
to
my coffee.
having it here.
I read and I listen to podcasts in solitude, and there's not a happier guy in the world.
Well, you get up a couple hours you get up like at 4:35?
5.
Yeah, I get up at 5:30. So I have time to go in, brush my teeth, gargle, do all that stuff, go to the bathroom.
How long do you spend
take a shower,
gargling?
Take a shower, and then by that time, it's just smoke a cigarette, play a couple games of golf rival.
Nice.
Then it's time to go.
I think that's what Warren Buffett does.
It actually is.
He gets it ready.
Yeah. So I found out that I think I forget who told me yesterday because it wasn't working, and then I came back in, it was working. So there's a button in the back. You just reset it. I couldn't find the button, so I just unplugged it and plugged it back in, and then it worked.
Well, you could do without the coffee to get here on time.
I made this cup of
Don't
coffee.
tell me what to do.
Put that off.
I made this one completely naked.
Oh, Bill.
Did you really?
Usually I turn on my machine before I hop in the shower, and so once I get done with the shower, I'll brush my teeth, and then coffee will be done, put my cream in there. And
You put cream in there, boy?
I put cream in there, boy. Yeah, just
I like
letting it all hang out.
I like when boys are naughty.
I can't begin to drink a cup of coffee.
So thank you for waiting. I want to hear him.
Joey Zanaboni, Doug, he was on the call yesterday of the Angels and Mariners, St. Gabriel's product, St. Lucie High product. We've heard a few of his calls here on this show. Plowhawk, do you have that? Can you pull that up just in case, we have new listeners and they might not be familiar with it. So just to reset, this is what he's done when he's calling minor league baseball. Here is, this is not yesterday. This is minor league, just to set the table.
Hit the lever, Plowsy.
Yep, just waiting for that computer to respond.
It froze.
Sneak a live cat through a TSA pre-check point. Tease again, let's get Fred nasty. Similar. Brendan Collins, very good off speed. Is nothing like his though. Freeze it like pay raises at a poorly run cryogenics laboratory.
I mean, you really get a nice idea. So, Iggy said when Joey was on with us on Monday that he's happy for his success and said to him, didn't run from it, said, your style's not my style, but I wish you the best of luck. Am I summarizing it properly? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, that's pretty much it, and that's how I feel. I mean, hometown guy, trying to make it, trying to find a shtick where he'll get noticed, and he did. He did some MLB yesterday, but it's just a little over the top for me.
Okay, so there it is. So here is what he did yesterday when he was on MLB Network calling his first ever Major League game between the Mariners and the Angels.
Okay, hit the lever, Posey.
Joey Zanaboni, who's going to present today's lineups.
Well, thanks a lot, LG Cam. LG, great to be with you. Mariners, Angels, here today. Mariners going for a serious sweep. And this is a different kind of cookbook right here. Adam Frazier, he was cooking like Guy Fieri in a no-time limit tanning salon last night. 2 hits and a couple RBIs, moved him from 8th up to first. Second baseman leads off. And then who really needs an introduction with Julio Rodriguez? Unbelievable center fielder, best in business in terms of rookies. Melting faces like a dumpster fire full of Jonas Brothers masks. He's got a chance to go 30-30. First player since Mike Trout to maybe do that. After that, it's a DH. Jesse Winker, celebrate your 29th birthday here on the MLB All-Cast. He's hitting third. And it's right fielder Mitch Haniger. The third baseman, Eugenio Suarez in Acapulco Bay, and hitting fifth. Shortstop is J.P. Crawford. When he's hot with the glove, I mean, listen, when he really gets going with it, this guy's defense is cleaner than a hairless cat and a love affair with the Roomba. Crawford hits six. This is first baseman Carlos Santana. Catcher is Cal Riley. Left fielder is Sam Haggerty. Watch out for this guy hitting 385 in the month of August. George Kirby out there on the bump. He's done great against the Los Angeles Angels this year. Excellent in his last start, 1 run over the course of 6 innings. He was filthier than HBO's Euphoria on a mound, and he is going to try to shut down an Angels offense. Starts with the second baseman, David Fletcher, 10-game hit streak. Then the DH from Beyond the Stars, Shohei Ohtani. How many people you know who are going to strike out 8 on Monday, then come back on Wednesday and try to tattoo it like a biker bachelorette party? Ohtani here, second. Third baseman is Luis Rengifo. He had himself another solid night last night, home run, couple RBIs. Right fielder is Taylor Ward. I actually announced the first ever professional game that Taylor Ward played in back in the Pioneer League, and today he'll clean up. First baseman is Jared Walsh. The catcher is Kurt Suzuki. Left fielder is Steven Duggar. Shortstop is Andrew Velasquez. And center fielder is Magda Reese. Sierra all in support. But Tuki Toussaint out there on the bump. Excellent job against the Oakland Athletics last week. Struck out 6 and 5. Shutting them down like my cousin did with my prom proposal. And he's got the first pitch right here.
Very well done.
Doug, there it is.
That's good.
Yeah, that was different. That was different. That was good. Shutting them down like my cousin on the prom proposal.
I think this is what MLB needs.
What else did he do? Was he just
It was a weird.
Yeah, what was going on?
So it's the YouTube Altcast. It was on YouTube. So the two people who were calling the game, the two main people on the call wasn't Joey. I don't know their names, and I apologize. But they had Bill Nye on,
the science guy,
talking about the science of a knuckleball for an inning.
Brother.
And so I think Joey was just kind of doing little hits where he could do his thing. But the only video I saw of it was him announcing the lineup.
So this is like a Nickelodeon style.
No, I wouldn't even say it was more like Manning casty, but like they call it the alt cast. So
See, this is what I'm talking about, and I feel bad for the guy because he's trying to find a way to get noticed. He wants to do play-by-play. They like his shtick and some of the stuff he does, but they don't use him on the play-by-play. They just put him in there to do.
I thought he
his
was calling the game until he told us on Monday.
Yeah, and then he just put him in there to do his shtick and not do play-by-play. So it's almost like we're not really impressed with your play-by-play, but we think you're funny on some of your sayings, so just do some of that. So that's the kind of the point I was making.
Yeah, but you have to do it in terms of him, in terms of your
Well, I don't blame him for
notoriety
doing
and
it, but it
put
wasn't
on his
play-by-play.
resume and
So who called the game?
Bill Nye.
It was on YouTube. I'm sure it's people you never heard
Bill
of.
Nye calling the play-by-play. Because this will get young kids interested in baseball. What a misguided thought this is.
And that's not even his voice. It's one thing to do a shtick, but then you change your voice to do it too.
Oh no!
So you don't like that he changes his voice?
No, you're really down.
No, I'm just saying he's not being himself.
it was Lauren Gardner
Oh yeah, of course.
and Cameron Maben.
Well, I think he was on the. God, wasn't it? It was the kind of like the Real Housewives, but it was a baseball version.
There was a baseball version of the Real Housewives?
Yeah, Anna Benson was on it.
Athlete-wise.
Oh wow, that was your friend.
Yeah, I actually interviewed her to talk about that, and she was trashing some people. But I think Maben's girlfriend was on the show.
Okay.
Doug Cameron Maben's girlfriend was on the show.
On a show, we haven't identified it yet, but there was a show.
I think it was called Baseball Wives.
Shutting them down like my cousin did with my prom proposal.
See, I mean, it's not even his voice.
Let's read the feedback from the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox, 314-881-TMA5. Of course, you can call in like Krista did. Krista, unfortunately, wound up being Chris Raby and Buzz. I now totally agree with Iggy. That's from TJ. I'm sorry. I tend to agree with Iggy here. That's from Wedding Tackle. Zanaboni belongs with Bill Nye, talking to children, not calling a game. Trash B. That's from the Loomster. Yeah, they made a good call not putting on play-by-play. I'm just reading in order here. That's from the 314. I hear a touch of Bill Murray in his voice. Doug Carl Spackler from Caddyshack, 636. Jesus, that was hard to listen to. That's from Mrs. Jenny Shanahan. Joey is absolutely terrible. That's from the 314. Doug Ken only gargles for as long as it takes for Chase Richards to finish. I don't know what that meant, but that's from Dave in St. Peter's. I love his broadcasting style, but really dislike his voice. That's from the Illsider. Why does Joey Z have a Sarah Palin accent? That's from Eric in the Central West. And he sounds like a Canadian gentleman in this clip. That's from the 314. Would love to hear Iggy's call of it, too. That's from Timmy the Tickler. You know Timmy the Tickler. You fun guy.
He's a weasel. This guy is a weasel.
So they weren't impressed.
I think maybe it would work better as a play-by-play guy, where every now and then you work something like that.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Instead of nonstop, try to do it. It's kind of exhausting if you heard it nonstop.
And I didn't watch the full game. I want that to be clear. But from the couple clips I saw, it was Maben and Lauren Gardner. It was like a mega cast box where they would be in the top left. Bill Nye, for whatever reason, was in the right panel, and then in the left panel was the ball game. So that's all the clips I saw. So maybe he did do a little play-by-play. I'm not sure.
Bill Nye, because we need the science of baseball explained to us.
I told you, analytics.
Bill.
If analytics disappeared today and steroids were implemented tomorrow, baseball would be the best sport on the planet.
It'd be more popular again.
The nerds have taken over and have completely ruined the game of baseball, and it is sad.
Well, I know what he's doing, and you have to get noticed, and he did. But the fact is, the bad thing is that there's no Major League Baseball team that's going to hire him for that shtick.
God, I'm not sure on that, Iggy. I'm not sure on that part.
Yeah, I don't
know. I'd have to hear him do a lot of play-by-play, just the regular game. Not just the highlights, but how you sound throughout the game. That's important.
Yeah, it is.
And if he has a really funny line, once an inning or so, that'd be great. But again, if he tries to go at that pace all the time, he couldn't do it.
And let's not act like there's a bunch of Jack Buck and Harry Careys around all 32 Major League Baseball teams. There are some okay, average play-by-play guys in the league. Not everybody is an absolute superstar. Yes, there's only 32 jobs, but not everybody is has that shtick and have that ability.
There's some good ones.
Oh, there's some great ones.
I think the generation that grew up with Dan McLaughlin is going to consider him one of the best.
Yeah, and it's one thing to be excited. I mean, Danny Mac is excited.
Yeah.
And they all had like a signature call. Harry Carey was "Holy Cow." Jack Buck was "That's a winner." Adios. But there was no shtick in the game. So if you have a patent call, like Bob Murphy at the end of every Mets game would say, "Back with the happy recap right after this."
Even Bob Uecker, who had a shtick of being one of the funniest people in the world, does it straight when he does baseball.
Yeah, he doesn't.
What about Harry Carey was the one that his last few years it kind of went to like a cartoon character.
Yeah,
you hate that. That was kind of sad to see.
But that was his personality. He wasn't doing shtick. He was.
Like he was like wearing swimsuits and that like
bleachers.
That was
with no
earlier
shirt
in
on
his
and things
career.
like that. He just got bad.
Harry, but in his prime,
he was amazing.
He was as good as anybody.
I'm not saying he started out like Zamboni, but the last couple of years, it was pretty much cartoon.
But like I've said,
but they still loved him.
And somebody DM'd me this the other day when I was talking about Joey. That it's just not my style. He said, "Yeah, but you talk about how you love that Florida Panthers guy." Yeah, I love how he would throw a movie line after a goal. Well, if the score was 2-1, you only heard it 3 times in a game. He didn't do it for an offsides. And it's offsides. Mom, the meatloaf. He only did it after a goal. And it was kind of entertaining. So
Mom, the meatloaf, that was his call?
Well, he did movie lines.
He would do movie lines after every goal. I think it was just Marlins goal or Panther goals. I don't think it was the other team's goal.
Esports, the fastest growing entertainment vertical on the planet, made up almost exclusively of the audience that MLB is desperate to capture, has broadcasters that sound just like Zanaboni. Adapt or die. That's from Kevin's brother, Jack Demoff.
Dude, esports is insane.
Doesn't MLB have
popular.
Pretty good announcers? Then they have Excursion and Bob Costas and some other guys. They're not esports guys. I don't know
what he's saying is esports has a young audience, and Major League Baseball does not. Major League Baseball wants the young audience, and esports broadcasters are guys who sound like Joey. That's what he's saying.
Oh, yeah, YouTube will get him. Well, maybe he should try to get a job on the esports video games.
I'm telling you, that's the next big thing.
I
don't like that. Yeah, it's absolutely huge. College and universities now have built infrastructure just dedicated to esports.
To watch other people play video games.
Dog, I know. We talked about this for going on 6 or 7 years now. Gaining in popularity. It's just it now. That's what kids want. That's what they covet, and they get so much content from that, and there's so many views, there's so much money in it.
I wonder if it'll always be that way, though. If this generation, when they turn 45 or 50, if they're still doing that.
I'm 33, and I still play Apex on.
Well, that's you playing. That's not you watching other people play.
I agree. But people will always be playing, and if that's the case, there will always be a sect of people that want to watch really good people play.
Yeah, I don't doubt video games are here forever. That's for sure. It's the board games that won't be around much longer.
Yeah.
I just wonder if when people get in their 40s and 50s, if they'll still be going to stadiums to watch people play video games, or if then they'll become baseball fans. Maybe baseball's always going to be an older person game.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to appeal. Kids' attention spans nowadays are much less than 20, 30 years ago even, and that was even a struggle to have kids sit down, watch a game, learn the ins and outs of the game, learn how to play it, learn the rules. That's hard. And now with a tablet, a phone, 24/7 hours of television, cartoon. I mean, there's so much. You almost need 2 screens on at one time. If you even get bored by looking at one.
Your thoughts on the topic are welcome. 314-881-TMA5, Engineer Design Facilities, sponsor of our text inbox. 314-881-TMA5. You can call into the Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone line, 636-9004-TMA, and email in to compete with the greats. The morning after at InsideSTL.com for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today. It is the Appliance Discounters 8 o'clock hour. Appliance Discounters, your hometown appliance source featuring major brands like GE, and I am a very happy Appliance Discounters client myself. Engineer Design Facilities Fire Division is now testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods. If you have visibility to your company or place of business's commercial fire alarm panel and system, please email fire@edf-rg.com, and they'll have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com, the official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider of TMA. Doug, great news. Big Al is on the Steve Schmidt Kia
We haven't
of
heard
North
from him
County
in the
phone
longest
lines.
time.
He found the number.
Hello, Al. Al.
What's going on, gang?
There he is.
Where have you been?
Sleeping. I don't get up early anymore. I'm kind of retired, but my buddy invited me to the Cardinal game today, so I had to get up early, so I got some breakfast. But, hey, a couple things. I got shtick, I tell you that much. And, Lousy, you talk about these kids today, and you can't, baseball's boring. But, yeah, you can watch a soccer game, and it'd be 0-0, and you thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
I agree.
Come on, man.
Yep. Soccer's non-stop action. No breaks.
Right, no kidding.
Not
hey,
much
by
action.
the way,
disagree.
Your boy on the ones and the twos, and our basketball boy, he answered my call in the 7th ring. So give him a raise. He's doing better.
Oh.
7th ring. That's better.
Good job, Jackson.
Thanks, friends.
Bonus.
Thanks, friends.
That was a 3-pointer from Dave DeBuscher before they had 3-pointers.
They didn't have
But,
him. Busher played.
I know it, but hey, I just want to say, for all the crap I give him, Mo, you did a dang good job. I'm glad you're like Army and finally started listening to me.
Oh.
Okay, you didn't trade away the farm system, and you made some good deals to get some pitching. Now re-sign Katana, and we might have something, and then let's get a catcher, or let's convince Yachty and Pujols to come back another year, because I don't know how you can let these guys retire. Well, Yachty's already kind of retired. Just send him to Puerto Rico for about 3 months during the year and let him lay out the beach and get fights down to basketball down there, and then he should be okay. But
they'd have to give all those presents back. They'd have to give all those presents back.
Yeah, right. No kidding. Who cares? Oh, yeah, wow. Scoreboards. It ain't like they're giving them Cadillacs and stuff. They give him a name off a scoreboard and stuff. That's the cheapest stuff I've ever seen that they're giving this man when he's retiring. It's a joke. But anyway, how you doing, Iggy?
Good, buddy. Good to hear from you.
You too, guys. Yeah, I podcast you like the Dickens, but I don't get up early much no more because I'm a night owl. I was born at 1 in the morning. My mom said I was always a night owl, so I'm a night owl. But all my fans, every time I go out anywhere, they're like, "Call in!" Or I'm on Twitter, and they're like, "Call in!
Sure,
we love you." So I'm calling in. I love you guys.
Oh my God, Doug, how wonderful is that?
You still living in a camper on a St. Peter's?
No, I sold that baby. It's camping's so popular anymore, Dougie. You can't even get any spots anywhere.
Really?
It's just crazy. Yeah, you if anywhere you want to go that's nice, it's tough to get a spot. So I rolled out of that, and now I'm buying investment properties and flipping those.
Are you in St. Louis or somewhere else?
Like St. Louis, yeah. My mom, God bless her, she passed away in 2010. I'm selling her condo that she gave me, and I'm selling that next Thursday. And then I already bought it. Before that, I already bought one in Harbortown out here in Lake St. Louis. So we're going to turn and burn that one and on to the next one. I'm going to try to get into McKernan's tax bracket, but God knows I got a long way to go. I'll probably run out of time.
I just don't know if it's possible.
My word.
It's possible.
You can't.
How you doing, Timmy?
Wonderful, Big Al. It's great to hear from you. We haven't heard from you, and I was wondering where you were. So it's always nice to find out that you're on the hold.
101, because that's about the time I get up. So I kind of listen to you guys talk basketball, and I don't know why, but I guess it's because
we talk about the association for an hour, Doug, on 101 ESPN.
Jeez. I know more about freaking basketball than I ever want to know now, and I don't even know why, but I guess it's okay. But anyway, how about the St. Louis Hawks, Dougie? Couldn't we have kept them?
Would have been
Doug,
nice.
What a wonderful segue.
If they got Pete Maravich just a year or two after they moved, that would have changed everything.
It's too soon.
I love the Spirits, too. The St. Louis Spirits. Oh, man, you talk about a collection.
Yeah.
Freddie Lewis and Marvin Barnes.
Moving Marvin
Sly
Barnes.
Williams. He always had the cocaine on the plane. They tried to cut him one time, and they said, "You ain't cutting him, man. That's our dog."
Maurice Lucas.
Yep.
Double G Gus Gerard.
Moses Malone.
Sure. Bernie Fryer.
Yep. Yep, we had it all. That was a great team.
It was.
So
yeah.
I am basketball, even though I'm 60 and I'm white. Don't shame me.
We won't.
Don't judge me.
Okay.
I'm a Republican, yes, but I know how to mix it up.
Yeah.
So,
I know you do.
So you guys, Mo, you did a good job. Keep listening to me, okay? And So this year, why don't you bring up in September, bring up these young kids, Jordan and that, and see what we got. And, maybe we can get Flaherty to the bullpen, keep his mouth shut and just pitch, okay? And then let's get this thing going, win the division, and then let's take our chances because you know how the Dodgers react when we show up.
Oh, how do you do, Doug?
They don't like it. Yeah. Especially Kershaw.
So you guys, I love you. Take care. I'm back.
All right, Al.
Big Al is back, and Doug, even better news for you. Caller Adam is also back. He is on the Steve Schmidt Key of
What a
North
day.
County phone lines.
What a day.
I love you. Take care. I'm back. You know what I mean? We're back on school schedule, so I can call in again. I wasn't. It was summertime, and I wasn't having to get up early. So
okay.
But now I have to take my sweet baby girl, my daughter, to school, Catholic school.
Okay. Which school are you taking her to?
I would never say that. Nope.
Okay. All right. Just thought might be a fine time to give the school a little plug.
What? No, never. But
okay.
What's going on? Why is Big Al calling in? And why am I calling in?
Well, you'll have to answer the second part of that. Big Al calls in because we love him. He's been a fixture of this show for many years.
Oh, I didn't tell you, Doug, why I'm calling in?
No.
Because it's none of your business, bitch.
Put him down!
Oh, my
Put him
God.
Down! Get him off this station! Adam got himself suspended for that. Got himself suspended for that a period of 2 days' time. His name right now, is going to the STLTaxLawyer.com suspension log UL. Mark Milton is your sponsor. Any problems with the IRS? And you might, now that they're hiring 87,000 new agents. We're all going to be audited, but Mark Milton's phone will probably be ringing. Mark Milton will take care of you. You'll say, hey, I'm not guilty. I'm with Milty.
How about that?
Adam suspended 2 days' time. Won't feel very good.
Doug, these phone lines are active today. Isn't it great?
They really
Mr. Licks is on hold now.
Mr. Licks is on the Steve Schmidt Key of North County phone lines.
Man, I need another vacation.
It's a lot of button pushing, Plowsy.
Yes, Mr.
What
Licks.
is it, Licks?
You did it again, P&G. Nicely done.
Thank you. We had a great performance yesterday.
What were you guys discussing?
What did we talk about?
Was it top and bottom
You
yesterday?
talked about how to pick up a gentleman when you don't know if he's a top or a bottom.
Oh.
And I think you need that topic, and you don't find a lot of stations, especially on HG2, that provide that.
Yeah, considering both you guys are straight, you're the perfect duo to break it down.
And what were some of the tips they gave?
I haven't listened to it, and I'm not planning on it.
Put an ice pack on.
Well, how do you know what we talked about?
Iggy, it's a fair
It's
question.
in the freaking show notes. I told you, Iggy, Jackson forces this stuff on us, and I can't help but
All right.
have to skip through it.
I don't believe
Keep my name out of your mouth.
Does the show notes say Iggy and Plowsy give advice on picking up tops or bottoms?
I gotta see what I put as
Because we didn't give advice.
I didn't say you gave advice.
Yeah, you
said
did.
You just break down how
You
to.
said that's what I want, advice from two straight guys on how to pick up gay
Pepper and
guys.
Genie episode tops
I
and bottoms.
guarantee you, I didn't say advice.
It says, how do you pick up another gentleman without knowing if he is a top or a bottom?
Right.
I'm not kidding. That's our topic.
All right, well, we didn't say we were going to tell you how to do it. We were curious how it works.
Make the audience want
And what was more shocking was on Thursday. I'm still podcasting last week's shows. You joked that you were going to talk about digging up graves, and then you actually did talk about that for Pepper and Genie.
the entire time.
I don't think we joked about it. I think that was our topic.
And it was one of your longer episodes. It was unsettling.
But you listened, right? And you saw the show notes.
It's like when you're watching you drive by a car crash, you can't help but look.
That's what they all say.
And I thought, given the topic, Iggy, you would have dominated it. Plowsy, it was unfortunate, some of your takes in that episode, because your first grave that you wanted to dig up, that was the topic, was JFK, which was fine. Your second one was Bill Russell, who passed away last week.
Yeah, I know. Well, again, I don't want to rehash it, but the 10 rings could be in there.
11.
I don't
And
count
you
one
wanted
of
to
them.
go after the NBA championship rings
No, I
after
just
the
wanna-
gentleman passed away last week.
Well, I mean, you're not going to wait a year, but, the damage is done, whether it's 10 days after or a year after.
Last thing I wanted to
Thanks for listening to it. Though.
Give Doug a comp. Well, I don't have a choice. I've made it clear. Doug, your Instagram page is fire.
Why so?
Doug, you have naughty pictures?
I didn't know you had one.
I don't.
You don't have one?
You don't have one?
I do. Sometimes I try to put goofy stuff on Facebook, and it just kind of automatically goes on Instagram. I'm not sure I even know how to post on Instagram, but it goes there somehow.
Well, I really enjoy the content, Doug. It's the funniest stuff because it's original, and it's just like a feel-good post. It makes you laugh. It's goofy, and I appreciate it.
Okay, well, thank you. Hey, we had somebody called in or wrote in and said that you had older sisters who went to the Ivy League schools and you went to Ole Miss. Is that true?
I would never go to Ole Miss.
Oh.
I thought he was stunned by the accuracy of the take, and instead the pause was, I would never go to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, I think I texted this in. It's essentially a community college for rich people.
Oh, is that what it is?
Do you work at Enterprise?
Hell no.
Okay.
Do you have two older sisters?
No.
No, well, this guy was wrong on all counts. then.
Was that Raby who said it? Or Raby just said Mr. Lick sucks?
Buzz.
Buzz.
By the way, Raby sucks. Okay, Raby called in on Friday, trashing me, and first of all, I have never called Iggy or Plowsy a name. None of my criticism is mean-spirited. I love you guys. And second of all, he has the audacity to state on the air he enjoys the Chili's at Lambert's. And then he says they have the best chips and salsa in the game, as if it sounded like the most Hoosier thing to say you enjoy. The dude's crazy. He's psycho. He wears AirPods when he golfs. I don't like that guy. He tries to, smooch off of, or mooch. He probably tries to smooch you guys too, but he mooches off like golf matches. Anytime there's like a golf challenge, Raby always calls in. Is like, hey, can I join the golf match, please? Just stop it, Raby.
I don't think he's done that. But.
Oh man, that got real quick.
Yes, I've gone on too long. I'm sorry. I'll let you guys back to regularly scheduled programming.
Thank you.
All right,
Look at
Lexi.
that, Mr. Licks. I mean, this is unbelievable. Jackson can't believe what's going on here because now Biff is on hold. And the phone line, Steve Schmidt Key at North County having a huge day today with these
We don't even need to do a show.
What a day. Maybe
this is Francesa's business model. Yeah, Biff.
Yeah.
Biff, yes.
What are we talking about?
Biff.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I was wondering, are you there?
Yes.
I was wanting to comment on the Pepper and Jeannie show yesterday.
Okay. This is the place to comment.
Did you listen to it, Doug?
No, I didn't.
I just can't help but think that Mr. Plowman and Iggy must have some gay tendencies after what I heard yesterday.
Well, I think we both have admitted. I think in episode 1 of Pepper and Jeannie, Iggy admitted about the pilot episode, which really launched our careers to where it is now. Working on episode 60. I think Iggy said he had tendencies when Chase Richards and him, were getting to know each other better, I guess you'd say. And I think
feeling
I've
each
admitted
other
it several
out.
times. So you're probably right, Biff. We're reaching a little bit for topics, but I thought that one really needed to be hit, and I'm glad we did it.
That's all good. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
That's why I love Biff.
No, I mean, you are with two lesbians all the time, and you're always taking pictures and sending them to me. Does that make you a lesbian? Because you're not participating. You just seem to be flashing pictures. And so, are you a lesbian?
No, I'm like Tim. I love lesbians, and I love watching them.
Yeah,
okay.
I share that with you, Biff.
I don't have any more room on my page. This has been a big day.
Look, we don't.
Here till like 5 in the.
We don't put a lot of work into Pepper and Jeannie. That's the whole point of the show.
Be proud of that.
That's the whole point of the show. We go out and smoke at 10 o'clock, and what do you want to talk about today? Something will come to mind when we get up there, and that's what we do. And we just kind of BS for 10, 12, 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of a million topics you could cover, you guys were covering what position gay gentlemen should be in.
Well, there's a million topics we can cover, but on Biffen's show, we talked about food every week.
Splashing, I believe, was the topic, Doug.
Splashing every week.
Biff, any appetite to bring back Biffen's show?
Please.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh, my God. I love that
You
show.
could probably get on back over there.
Tommy would love that meeting.
Maybe you could come in and join them on Pepper and Jeans.
You could probably
someday.
do middays over there if you wanted to. Just give a call.
Okay, then.
All right.
What else? You been on what else you guys been talking about? I just woke up.
Well, we can't really redo the whole show.
Old money here.
It's been very good. Mostly Cardinals.
Cardinals?
Yeah, we
Go
broke
back
down
and podcast,
Palante's
though.
relief appearance.
Palante got released?
No, his relief appearance last night. 2 1/3 scoreless, no hits.
Oh, yeah, the relief appearance. Yeah, I watched it. That was good stuff.
Yeah, it was.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I was seeing what the topics of the day were. You guys are good at bringing up good topics. So.
No, there are no topics.
Well,
we have no topics.
No.
What's on your What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Anything that floats your boat. Whatever you got going.
Let's talk about your MFFs, because it seems like they're happening regularly based on what Iggy's getting in his phone.
Oh, yeah. Well, he says share some good photos if you got them. So I'm not going to put myself in the photos. You don't want to see a guy. You want to see the chicks, right, Iggy?
No, I enjoy it.
I bet you do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So are these the same girls all the time, or do you diversify?
Well, we got a couple Hooters chicks, and then it crosses down to some Hot Shots girls, and then it crosses over into some girls from the East Side, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
So it's diversified, correct?
Diversified.
Tuesday I was cybering with Bill's wife.
Diversified portfolio, right? That's what I think.
Exactly right.
Yeah, I do dig Miley.
Yeah.
And is she
Miley.
bisexual, Biff, or is she just 100% lesbian?
She's 100% bisexual, Tim.
100% bisexual.
Whatever you pay for.
I thought she went lesbian.
Doug, did she go lesbian?
Well, apparently half the time.
No,
multi-level.
I think she gave up. I
marketing
thought she gave up on
swingers.
guys. Now she's bisexual. Why don't you invite me over next time they're over, Biff?
Yeah, how about that, Biff?
I'll cook some steaks. We'll do a little barbecue for 'em, and then we'll just kind of enjoy it.
It's a long drive.
No, it's worth it.
Okay, I'll see what I can arrange.
See what you can do.
Here comes Ezekiel.
I can get Miley to go back with guys.
She's, as Mike Lee would say, she has a lot of milk.
All right.
Yeah, Mike Lee does.
El Natural, or have they been enhanced at the hands of a surgeon?
There's there's 34 triple Ds, Tim, all natural.
All natural 34 triple Ds. Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Iggy seems like he's not necessarily believing that based on a facial reaction that I picked up.
Well,
yeah, they could be. They could be. I think there might be a little work there, but.
Hey, my husband listens to that show. What is tribbing, she says.
Oh.
First-hand experience. I can tell you they're real. Yep. Hey, is the plowman still there?
No, he's done for the day.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I forgot you can't hear drops, so my bad.
Hey, you know who you'd look just like if you gained a few pounds and you wore a wooden oversized crucifix? You look just like the My Pillow guy.
Oh,
on the
damn.
TV.
Mike Lindell or Liddell?
Yeah, I mean, that's a compliment. That guy's he's a multi-millionaire, self-made.
Yeah, he got some skeletons in his closet, but yeah, I could go for that, and I like his.
His only skeletons is what, liking Trump?
I mean, we're at that weird cross.
That's a skeleton in your
That
closet
shit
that
out
he's
there.
religious?
I feel like maybe he used religion to sell pillows.
Plowsy looks nothing like this guy.
I don't know if I've
He looks like he could be your dad, maybe.
They just both have a mustache.
He's bigger.
Yeah, it's like saying.
Oh, they look like spitting images of each other. Plowsy looks like the My Pillow guy, like 30 years younger. Yeah.
I thought Plowsy looked like Cameron Smith.
Huh.
If you gain,
That looks like your dad, not you.
if you gained about 9 inches, gained about 100 pounds, grow a huge beard, and had your long hair, you look just like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
I mean, Doug, do you see the
Not really, just because he's so much bigger than you.
I like it, Biff. Maybe I'll go for him as Halloween.
Think about it. Go Google the My Pillow guy. Put
we
him on
have
your
already.
laptop. and look over at Palsy, and you'll be like, "That's a little My Pillow guy sitting right here in the studio."
I like it. I don't know if I necessarily see it, but I do need to gain some weight if I'm going to get up to this level.
Hey, but Plowsy, you guys, I got some food, a tip advice for you.
Oh,
You like a good spicy burger?
Flip that off.
Oh, I love a spicy burger. Oh my gosh, yeah.
I had the best spicy burger of my whole life. Saturday night, we went up in the Angry Beavers, and because on game days they got some Tim. They have some pretty hot girls at the bars with large breasts.
No,
have they?
I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah, they got some talent there. After Cardinal games.
Do you have a male waiter?
Who?
Oh, I thought Beer Cast was waiting on your table.
No, these are large-breasted girls. This is no dudes.
He's in the back.
No.
He's in the fry station.
They had a little live music going, but they had a burger, and it's a jalapeno burger, and it has deep-fried breaded jalapenos on there, pepper jack cheese, and a spicy mayo, and it's a double cheese smash burger. It's a bomb, Plowboy. You gotta try it.
Yeah, that's bomb. That does sound bomb. I'll have to try it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Now, did you guys break down the pitching matchups for the 12-15 game today for the Cardinals?
Well, Doug, it'll be Adam Wainwright on the mound for the Cardinals. I haven't seen a lineup just yet. And who is pitching for the Rockies?
Well, they've got that pitcher whose turn came up in the rotation.
Telea?
So he'll be thrown.
Telea?
Hope he's a lefty and Pujols will play.
No, I know. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm taking my son to his first game today, and I want to see Albert. But at least he'll get to see Wainwright, and I would imagine Molina. Wouldn't you think Molina will start?
No, day after night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Kisner played last night?
Kisner played last night.
Well, then he'll play today. Yeah, you'll see Molina today.
Yeah,
and Albert wasn't in the lineup last night.
No, they had Gorman, and Gorman drove in 3 runs as a DH, I think.
Yeah, you see a sweep coming. I'm thinking about driving over to the DraftKings at Casino Queen and laying down a large lump of cash.
What are you thinking?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, when I looked last night, it was like minus 210, I think. So it's over 2 to 1.
What do we got for you here, Biff? I'll go right now.
What's the over/under?
Over 2 to 1.
7.5 is the total, and minus 220 is the money line.
Yeah, I'm thinking money line, Tim. What do you think?
Money line. You know, I was Jackson brought up a great point. My observation on the unders on getaway days, and the Cardinals have to fly 3 hours or so to Phoenix. But I don't want to be financially invested on a day that I have been looking forward to, all my life, to take my son to his first game. So I didn't want to have that distraction. But yes, this would strike me as a prime opportunity for the under, considering it's Wainwright, it's the Rockies, and the Cardinals have a flight. But I will not be investing.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to go money line, Tim. Straight up.
Doug Biff is going to go money line.
Okay. Haven't you won a boatload of money already this week on the Cardinals?
I'm 4 out of 5 in the last 5 games. Correct.
Damn.
I'd go the other way. I'd play the money line on Colorado.
Oh, wow. Look at this, Doug. You like the Rockies today?
They've got to score some runs. Wainwright pitched a gem last outing, didn't get the win. Does he come back and pitch back-to-back gems?
Sure.
Colorado's nothing to play. They don't care. Cardinals have to travel to Arizona. Yeah, it's just kind of a letdown game. So if you're getting back plus 180? Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be the
you never play the you never play the underdog, though. You always play the chalk. So
I play the underdog sometimes, but on a more enlightening note, can I give some tips to the listeners on if you're going to buy clothing for girls in the summer?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't think you guys know this. Maybe you do, but I doubt it. So if you buy a girl bikini, because I like going to the pool with girls.
Do you?
And yeah, and I have several girls I go to the pool with, and there's nothing a girl can appreciate more in the summer than a guy that goes and buys her some new bikinis, right?
Or anything.
Well, I'm talking about the pool, bikinis.
What pool are you going to?
We have a pool at my building here on
you do?
on a second terrace overlooking the stadium.
Oh,
yeah.
nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now, when you buy a girl, don't tell her this. And when you buy a girl bikini, and almost anywhere, there's inserts in the bikini. They're little foam pads. Did you know this, Doug?
No.
Little foam pads, they call them.
Where are these foam pads?
Well, it's to conceal their nipples so their nipples don't poke out.
Okay.
But if you take these foam, they're made to be taken in or out. And and you don't tell the girl, and you take those foam pads out of there because the pockets there. Some come with them. Most come with them. Some don't. Most come with them. You take those foam pads out, and then the girl's nipples protrude, and you don't, and you get to see a little more. You get a little more bang for your buck. See what I'm saying?
Why would the girls love that?
They don't. They don't know that you took the pads out.
I thought you said girls love this when you do it.
He essentially kissed me on the earlobe, and his breath smelled like pastrami with a hint of dill.
Couldn't they just
Are you buying what I'm selling?
Well,
you liking it?
Don't they look in the mirror and see what they look like before they go to the pool?
Yeah, but when they get in the water and get wet, Doug, don't you get the science of it?
And girls buy their own bikinis. They know those foam pads are in there. When you give it to them and it's not in there, don't you think they would ask, "Where's the foam pad? I don't want my nipples showing."
No, because they sell the foam pads separate. You can get thicker ones, thinner ones, no pads. It varies. It's a big variable. I was just trying to give some tips to the listeners.
Heck of a tip.
It's a wide delta, but yet it's wonderful. Biff, Michael Wellington, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's on the program regularly. Doug, he'll be caddying for Chris Nagel. Does that get underway today, Iggy?
Today, yeah.
In Boise, Idaho, and he says, "Tell Biff if he ever needs a caddy, I'm happy to make myself available."
Oh.
So he's streaming us from Boise right now.
Okay. I only golf.
I don't think he's talking about golf.
Watch your golf.
I don't believe he's talking golf.
I think he wants to read the greens.
He wants to come over when I barbecue.
Oh, okay. You got the answer. Hey, can I read a poem and I'll get out of your way?
Sure.
Who's Ned Reynolds?
Okay. This is a poem about strip clubs. Okay, Doug.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Here we go, Dad. It's gonna be rat-a-tat-tat, and I'm out of here. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay. When the dancer looks at you on stage, do not shake and be afraid.
Afraid? That's not a word.
I made it up. The clicking of the clear 8-inch high heel should make every man's loins feels.
Oh.
The bra being taken off and sent to the floor makes the drunk guy coming back for more. Bring lots of $1 bills, oh yes, as you want the stripper's clothes off, oh yes.
You can't rhyme "oh yes" with "oh yes."
You want your strippers' butt to be nice and tight.
Brutal.
But do not reach too far and get in a bouncer's fight.
No.
When the stripper looks you in the eyes, it's for money, not your thighs. Get the stripper's phone number, I say, and then maybe another day to play. And when she slides down the pole, And when she slides down the pole, try to enjoy and make your life whole. And not just look at her birthday hole.
Birthday hole. Damn.
You rhymed hole twice. You rhymed hole with hole. And oh yes with oh yes.
That's the way it works.
Okay.
So,
very nice.
I got things to do. You guys have fun with your pillow guy and everything. So we'll see you.
Yeah, I appreciate
Biff,
the
get that
costume
together. Get 3 or 4 over there, and then invite me. We'll do some steaks, and I'll bring some lobster tail over, and we'll have a little fun.
I'm getting ready to go pool with a large-breasted girl for the day. So,
are you really?
Well, that does me no good.
Sure you don't want to do Pepper and Genie?
Oh yeah, got the music, and cooler full of beer, and Cardinal game on. There we go.
Yeah, nice. I got a fun day.
Is that a topless pool?
I gotta go. Have fun.
Sorry to bother you. He is a talented poet. That guy. I think I'm hearing Robert Frost or something.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Right.
Well, what a series of phone calls here on the show.
What a day.
Are we done with them?
I hope
anybody
not.
else on hold, Jackson?
No.
Love to hear from Douglas.
We ran through the gambit there.
God, it's like French onion soup.
Spready, we haven't heard from him.
Spready doesn't have to hear that.
Is this a record for most calls in one day?
Certainly.
On our 1057 HD2, I think it is.
Yeah, certainly for one
And
segment.
Doug, there's still another hour. It's brought to you by Maggie O'Brien's.
Really?
And we heard from Krista earlier.
Yep. And we've got mic drops being left on Balloon Party. Stephen Wildwood really has upset the 101 listeners. They are not high on him anymore because they think it's not real.
Shocker.
Yesterday, he told Tim to put his finger in the chest of John Mozeliak's Peter Millar activewear.
Cybersecurity is the most exciting career in technology and one of the most in-demand. Centric can train you for a career in cybersecurity, and they can do it in just 4 months. Centric's hands-on program teaches you the actual job skills you need to get started. No history, no biology, just technology, and that's how they do it in just 4 months, even if you have no IT experience. And you can do it online, or you can do it in person. You can do it in the evenings, or you can do it during the day, whichever works best for you. If you are interested in a career in cybersecurity, call Patrick Nealon at Centric Training today, and he'll walk you through Centric's cutting-edge program and show you everything Centric does to help get you started in your new IT career. Call 314-450-4714 or go to centric.com/STL. That's CENTRIQ.com/STL. Cybersecurity is a problem for every business in St. Louis, and you can be part of the solution. Centric is the name of the business. It's Centric, a wonderful sponsor here of TMA, just like Michelob Ultra is the studio sponsor here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. And, Doug, I've got it at 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. That's it. Sponsor of our studio and the Lemmings Open, which is coming your way on September 23rd. And we will have registration open up at 8 o'clock on Monday at tmastl.com. $85 gets you golf, beer all day from Michelob Ultra, donut drive-in for breakfast, lunch, and pizza from Uncle Leo's. That is all included for $85. Put your foursome together. It's one day only, Friday, September 23rd at Normandy, with portions of the proceeds going to the Megan Meyer Foundation, a charity Iggy's been working with for, what do you say, 10, 11 years? Is that what you said when I asked?
13.
13 years. How about that? So that is coming up on
around.
Friday, September 23rd, and then that'll lead into a big weekend as the undefeated Missouri Tigers head down and beat up on Brian Harson's Warburton Tigers. And Harson will lose his job, just like everybody else in the SEC when they lose to Missouri in football.
M-I-Z.
Do you want that, though?
Rats.
And I was thinking this the other... Yeah, sorry, Jackson. Don't get too
C-O-U.
excited, because that win could have a big loss for Missouri.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. Plowboy's going to lose to Penn State on the Plains the weekend before, and the fans are already a little banty, making up stories of infidelity to try to get him fired in February. It didn't work out, and then they lose to Penn State, and that makes the fighter wobbly. And when the Missouri Tigers come into town and beat you, that's when you lose your job. Ask Danny Bullen. Ask Derek Dooley. Doug, who else have we seen get fired after losing to Missouri?
Butch Jones.
Butch Jones.
Jones, that's right.
Ed Orgeron.
But when they lose...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Although that wasn't as immediate.
If they beat Auburn, Harsin goes...
And then, because then Auburn has LSU the following week and Georgia the following week. So that's a fun little run.
Didn't the Mizzou cost Nick Saban his job, too? No, they got killed by now.
Correct.
No, but I think what might happen to Drink is they beat Auburn, and Auburn want to have him...
Oh, my God. So he just stays down on the Plains?
He stays there for an interview, and you'll never see him in Columbia again.
And then we take Harsin?
Yeah, it's a nice trade.
Yeah.
You got to add Mookie Cooper, but, yeah, that trade could happen.
Well...
Did you see that $7 billion TV deal? Was that going to be for the Big Ten and Fox? $7 billion.
Now that they've got the LA market.
I think it's the biggest television contract in history.
I'm so disillusioned by the scramble in the conferences. I hate that so much.
For the Big Ten's sake, you add, the West Coast teams, though. It's probably a smart... It's so ridiculous, but it's a smart idea for...
And what did it do to the rest of the Pac-12?
They don't have to play at 10:30 at night. I think that's pretty fun.
Will they scramble and go to other conferences as well?
I don't know. It just all seems wrong to me.
Make them all independent. Everybody is independent, and you just play. You create a schedule, and they just play 12 games.
CBS Sports just tweeted out a video, because now Big Ten will be on CBS.
Yep.
No SEC anymore here in a year or two. I don't know when it
Really?
starts. Yeah, so Big Ten will be on there.
Okay.
CBS and the SEC have been synonymous. Haven't
They
that
have,
2:30
yeah.
game? That has been glorious. I feel like the Big Ten was not helped by those 11 o'clock Fox starts. Fox, to me, now it's a feel, so this isn't data, but it feels like it's a lower tier when it comes to college football. Lower tier to CBS, lower tier to ESPN. Your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you feel the same? if you feel it, I feel it
Yes.
too. Marky Mark and the Funky.
And always
Bunch.
that
Feel
11
vibrations.
11 o'clock game just was always like the first game, and I never thought much of
Matt
it.
Leinart, Reggie Bush.
Yeah, it's not the CBS and ESPN especially. Like college football, I immediately think ESPN.
See, to me, I'm different. I'm CBS. Dun, 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 dun,
Okay, stop
dun, dun,
that.
dun. Had Vern Lundquist on the call.
Yeah, I like
I think
that.
Keith Jackson did ABC, but I thought he did.
Keith Jackson.
I thought he did a little CBS before, but to me,
Rumbling, bumbling,
college-
whoops. Fumble, somebody's got it. I'll bet you a stack of old flapjacks.
Is
Some
CBS,
big old country
Nestler?
boy's got his hammocks wrapped around that leather. Whoa, Nelly!
Is CBS,
Okay, sorry.
Is CBS Nestler? Brad Nestler?
He is now.
CBS?
That's correct.
to me, that college football and
I like
NFL
him.
for me watching, in the late '90s, early 2000s. Dun, 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 dun. I love that star. I am jacked up after that, man. So I like CBS. In terms
Did you say Keith Jackson? Whoa, Nelly and two hot dams.
Was it the Georgia quarterback?
Oh, Buck Baloo.
Buck Blue, yeah, that's it. Buck
Oh, I
Blue.
miss Keith Jackson.
Yeah, he was the best.
Yeah.
Vern Lundquist, I still really enjoyed his calls as well. Love Vern.
Hello, Heisman. Desmond Howard, touchdown. Hello, Heisman.
He has some banger one-liners.
Yep.
Oh, God, does he ever.
I don't really care what network the game is on. For me, it's just, am I interested in the teams playing?
Yes, Mizzou always gets the third or fourth string SEC Network Plus broadcast squad.
Yeah, well, then that
A lot of
becomes
Deuce
my...
McAllister on the call.
A ton of old number 26 for the Saints. Yeah.
But then that becomes my favorite network of the day. I don't care where they play, really. It's just the
I
teams.
disagree. I think it has a little to do with both, but
Whatever the Stanford-Oregon game was on last year, I hope they got rid of that. Whatever deal that was, where it was grainy video and like the camera was 120 feet away from the field.
I was at ESPNU. I was watching one day, and I said, "What happened here?" The only announcing was the PA announcer, and somebody told me that's what they do. They don't have announcers.
Announcerless games.
You hear what's going on with the PA. First down, 3rd and 6. That's all you get to hear.
Because you watched it on the internet?
I don't know what I was watching.
ESPN Plus is just internet, right? No, that's now on. You can get that too, right?
I don't know what I was watching.
well, you can't put lipstick on a pig. If there's a bad matchup, it really doesn't matter who the duo is up in the broadcast booth. But the big games, I do like the play-by-play color commentary.
Yeah, I still want an announcer.
Yeah.
Even a bad announcer to give you the names of the people is better than no announcer.
Buck Blue.
Oh, Buck Blue.
We'll close out the appliance discounters. 8 o'clock hour here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. On the other side of our commercial break, Doug, a lot to get to here. This Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, huge. I ran into our friends from 2 doors down, WIL.
Oh, sure.
You might be familiar with the Plowhawk and the unfortunate situation that took place with Casey, the co-host of the program on Morning Drive in WIL. And I was briefed on that situation because our listeners have started to text into WIL.
By the way, guys, way to make it discreet.
So I had a conversation there. And then also, this is going to be a big 9 o'clock hour for you, Plowhawk, I think. Another radio host is unhappy with Bailey's and their distribution. And we have that audio, and I think Jackson just put that in the system. It was sent to me. I forwarded it to Jackson. It should be in the system. He said it is. And Jackson, from my standpoint, bats 1,000.
Yeah, he's a man.
So there you go. That is coming up in the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, along with our design, air, heating, and cooling email of the day. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios. There's a lot of common sense and Western wisdom like don't squat with your spurs on and always drink upstream from the herd. And there's also some Western wisdom that's less common, like never steal from a bear or what you can't make for yourself, or a man doesn't know his worth until he's eye to eye with a rattlesnake holding a toad. I'm sure there's a good lesson in there somewhere, but there's one lesson that is perfectly clear. Fistful of Bourbon is an award-winning blend of 5 straight bourbons and as smooth as a banker on Friday. Get wise and pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York. Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with Ryan Kelly, the HomeLoanExpert.com, longtime title sponsor of TMA. And you are always taking care of our audience, and now you're doing it in a way that is very appreciated at this particular moment in American history with the cash out refi.
Not only are we doing the cash out refi, but I'm going to put a 10-day closing guarantee on it because I know that people right now need money like they've never needed it before. Get the money you need today. Get caught up on the bills. Stop worrying. Visit thehomeloanexpert.com.
Hey, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that Rosalita's Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 7, and let Rosalita's cater your next event. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago, and I still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
Free your balls once and for all with the most comfortable jeans on the planet. And you can do it for free. Download the TMA mobile app and enter to win a $200 gift card to Muggsy. Muggsy jeans are built with a proprietary stretch denim with a stylish look, but the feel of sweatpants. Never too baggy, never too skinny, always just right. And more room for your twigs and berries. Get the app and create an account now, or log in and register if you already have it. This opportunity is 100% solely intended for the greatest listeners in radio. Thanks for listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at tmastl.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever. I'm a lemming, he's a lemming, she's a lemming, we're all lemmings. Wouldn't you like to be a lemming too? Yep, you're a lemming, so get ready to lem it up. The Ryan Kelly Morning After presents the return of the Lemmings Open, September 23rd at Normandy Golf Club. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Get your foursome together and join Tim, Doug, Iggy, Action Jackson, and the Plowhawk for a day out on the course. Tickets are $85 a person and include golf, all your Mich Ultra beer, plus breakfast from Donut Drive-In, lunch, and after-party food from Uncle Leo's Pizza. The Dotem tournament sold out in 3 minutes, so be ready when these go on sale starting Monday, August 22nd at 8 a.m. at tmastl.com. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Megan Meyer Foundation. The return of the Lemmings Open, brought to you by Munganast, Acura, and Toyota. Better than ever for you, their customer. Get in on the golf so you can be a lemming too. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
I mean, what the hell is going on? The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT-FM HD2,
Collinsville, St. Louis.
You're saying son.
Beautiful.
Oh. There's two guys singing here. One's a woman, both guys.
I'm here.
I'm talking about the
Darren
song.
and
Oh,
Jess.
sorry.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Who's clicking?
I'm snapping.
All right.
This is the jam.
Gives you kind of a Mills Brother vibe.
Well, I don't know that it's as good as the Mills Brothers, but it's a close second.
I could see Chief Keef doing a remix of Glowworm. I don't think we've gotten this far.
I don't either, and I love it.
This is.
Doug, you want to dance with me?
No, I don't.
I got the moon.
We play this on Tin Roof for the weekends.
I got the moon above me, but nobody to love me.
Are they still doing new music?
No.
Communards?
Yes. How far back does this go?
How old is Jimmy Somerville?
I don't know.
I imagine this is 80s, right?
Oh, it is? That old?
This is timeless, is what this is.
Strangers at sea. I go to bed.
With the prayer?
With the prayer that someday your son make love to me. I never heard such lyrics before.
He's 61 years young.
All right.
He's only 5'2".
Oh, was he really?
That's what the Wikipedia says.
Where's everybody at?
Tim is using the restroom.
All right. Well,
Here
he just
comes
missed
Eggs.
out on one of the greatest songs of all time.
Is that Glowworm?
No, we got to the third verse of Lover Man.
Oh my God! So here's what happened.
I was worried about you there for a minute. I'm like, he got to know the time, right?
No, because I'm aware that the breaks are brief.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking to myself on the 9 o'clock one, Doug, when I have to use the little wizard's room.
Yeah.
Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. I don't have enough time in between TMA and Balloon Party to use the little wizard's room, and those breaks can be quick depending on the live read situation. We do our live reads in the commercial breaks on 101, and there was I came in and I told Doug mid break. I can't use the term that I use for FCC reason, but there was a gentleman, I hope gentleman, who was occupying the restroom that most of us use to use the little wizard's room, and it clearly became a longer commitment.
He was struggling.
It wasn't an appetizer.
Get yourself regular, people.
I took a big one this morning here.
Oh, why?
In that very same restroom?
Oh, yeah, but at least that,
Stop. Why do you keep using the private with those solo?
5:15 in the morning, there are no lights on. It couldn't be a better experience.
It's you and the Riz show, guys.
Yeah, they're prepping up, and I'm just hanging out in the bathroom.
And I do my little jiggle on the door because about 90% of the time nobody's in there, but this time it was locked. And then I went and I got my protein shake for the handful of you watching and seeing the protein shake. There you go. And I said to Jackson, I said, I think we might have a situation, because he went in to try to get in there, and then we both said, okay, we might be late for the segment, but I've got to use the little wizards.
Yes, you do.
And I believe the gentleman still might be in there, because Iggy just walked by and he goes, I got to use the other bathroom.
That guy's
So this guy is really, really having an issue.
Why won't he get himself regular?
It makes me feel a little better.
How about some roughage in your diet?
Yeah, I haven't used that.
Roughage, a little fiber. Eat something green every now and then.
I haven't used that communal bathroom in a while.
Jackson and I were just in there using our hands on each other. Iggy, did you try to use the private bathroom, and was the door still locked?
Yeah, either it's locked or somebody fell in.
No, there's a guy
No one fell in.
struggling for his life, and we should all give positive vibes sent his way.
I didn't knock. I tried before I went out to smoke. It was locked. I came up after smoking. It was locked. So I had to go down to the 100 feet away.
Sounds like we're about to smell some scallops.
I forgot. See, I told Jackson. He told me during the break while we were in the kitchen waiting for the gentleman who was evacuating his bowels. He said, Mark Hanna's on hold. And I said, you're going to have to text me to remind me because I know what's going to happen. And to Jackson's credit, he just texted me to remind me, look, everybody, it's Mark Hanna.
3.
Hey, Hansy.
What a Mark.
Well, hello, Hansy.
Morning, boys. I'm glad to hear that you guys are staying true to form this morning with potty talk and all that first segment.
Yeah,
we had a big first segment, didn't we, Doug? We had Jake and Bill.
Huge segment, doesn't get any better here.
Double my buy. Let's go.
Okay.
Doug, the market has made a Sunday charge like Cam Smith at the Open on Sunday. Oh my, he's rolling in every putt that he has a chance to make. Here comes the market.
Yeah, it's getting better. Rough day yesterday, but it's getting better, isn't it, Hansy?
It happens, and we should never be surprised when we have these things. And I will go so far as to say the short-term stuff is not the point. It's all noise in the grand scheme of getting your goals. And It's almost like it rains sometimes, and then it passes and it gets right back. It doesn't mean that we should upset the apple cart and change our plans. Stick to the plans. That's what gets you there.
Mark Hannes with Evergreen Wealth Strategies, 314-889-0503, or go online at evergreenstl.com, and he will field your questions. It seems like a lot of the questions that we get here have to do with this refurbished Sibian market. Now it's really booming.
That's not a great place to invest your money.
People said Uber was a terrible idea 10 years ago.
Yep. Yep.
I'm actually considering hiring an associate advisor who can focus exclusively on the Sibian refurbishing.
Oh, for heaven's
advice
sakes.
business.
Can't be that lucrative.
I would recommend the PP Corp. Juan there
Juan from
has
PP
done
Corp.
a great job
He's
early
handling
on.
Tiffany Smooth's OnlyFans.
Okay, yeah. Send along the resumes. We've got opportunities. Let's expand this thing. Let's really take it from what it is, just kind of a side business. Let's make it my major focus.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that might be a bad idea.
That's good. That's just wise.
Mm-hmm. And then there are expansion opportunities. Magic wands.
Yep, I agree with that. The
Plenty of
Magic
others.
Wand, very popular.
Those are tough to find replacement parts.
Yeah, with supply chain issues. They're still on a boat outside Long Beach. I bet you've heard some strange
there'd be money to be made.
I bet you've heard some strange things from clients, though, haven't you? Wanting to invest in certain things. If you have to talk them off a ledge at all?
Yeah, I've heard some. We all have stories, and I've heard stories. Part of what's interesting about what I deal with people is that the things when you deal with finances. The finances are not the point, it's your life. And so because we're trying to make sure that you have your finances in order to fit into your life, a big part of the conversation is about you, what your priorities, what your purpose is, what you're about. And we do go pretty deep. And some of the things that people share with me, and I'm privileged, and I'll share my own stories too if anybody ever wants to talk. But we do go deep. It's not just about put your money into A or B or C. Sometimes it's a whole lot deeper. And I'll leave the erotic stories to Tim on the podcast, but I'll take the rest of the stories, that's for sure.
Okay.
But if you just want to call and share an erotic story with Mark, the number is 314-889-0503.
Just people calling just out of the blue? Hey, I have an erotic story for you. And you'll accept those stories even if it's not a client?
I'll sit here. I'll raise my eyebrows. I'll get a little excited, little titillation.
Yeah.
Hot. Then I'll come back on and I'll share it with you boys on Thursday mornings.
Isn't that nice?
Okay,
What a great service.
That makes sense to me. Now, you know you're going to get a phone call now today, don't you?
For better or worse, I'll have to alert my team that we might have some dirtbags calling in today.
Yeah.
Next week, when Tim asks for erotic stories to email in, it'll be Mark.
It'll be
Hey,
Mark.
Tim, got a good one he called. He had no money to invest, but here's a story he told
took
me.
up a half hour of my time, though. Mark Hanna, 314-889-0503, or go online at evergreenstl.com. That's Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies. Thank you, Mark.
Great day, guys.
All right, thank you, Milty.
All right, Doug, we've got a couple of things here in this Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour from our Michelob Ultra Studios. Of course, we always have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today coming up at 9:45. At 10 o'clock, balloon party. Me and Jackson go down the hallway. And, we go up against it.
Yeah.
Is the other way to describe it.
Come and get your whooping.
And Stephen Wildwood is basically a co-host at this point with the mic drops that he's leaving.
He leaves a lot of them, doesn't
Yeah, and now there's a variety of TMA texters. We have Merle from Oakville. We have Hugh from Marlboro.
Oh, real.
Sure.
We got someone yesterday.
But what was the John Rocker one yesterday?
I can't remember
It
the
was
exact
so.
text.
It's like it was
But the guy's name was like Tony from something. I don't remember.
something along the lines of, "You guys couldn't be more right. John Rocker was canceled for telling the truth about the New York subway system."
No, John Rocker was canceled for like a lot of various.
Oh God. But anyway, that's coming up at 10 o'clock. Nice. So send your emails in the morning after at InsideSTL.com, Design Air Heating Cooling. So, a story that, we have brought at times what I would describe, Doug, as unfortunate fragrances to Hubbard.
Yeah.
In the first week, Iggy cooked, what was it that you cooked?
I cooked shrimp like the first day.
You cooked shrimp.
I didn't think anything of it because I don't smell very much. If it was in a kitchen, I mean, where else are you going to cook?
And it rubbed the gentleman on the Rizzuto show the wrong way.
It did, yeah.
Burton was pissed.
Yeah. That's how we started here. And Iggy brought in some in the middle of a segment last week. Those were scallops, if I'm not mistaken.
Scallops, and those do stink. Yeah,
and
those are nice.
that didn't play well with the office staff, not just the on-air staff. But then there was the incident with the Plowhawk and Casey from WIL, and there was a time for about a week or two as they redid all the office space here that apparently the women's restroom was shut down, and so they were using the restroom, Doug, where that gentleman had been evacuating his bowels for a half hour, and the Plowhawk got it at 5:15 this morning, and that's what they had to use, and the Plowhawk was in there, and you had what you described as a very intense cleansing.
I'll be honest, it was one of the smelliest poops I've ever.
Come on.
Not only have experienced for myself doing, but like as a patron going into like rest area bathroom, gas station bathroom. I'm even including porta potties into this mix.
Stay out of those places.
This was god awful, and when you can smell it, you know like other people can just flat taste it. So it was tough.
So as he exited, it wasn't like me or Iggy or Jackson were standing out there. Doug, you don't visit that one. You go down the hallway.
Yeah.
It was Casey, who is a young lady who works on WIL's morning show. And tell me what occurred at that moment.
Well, the door ended up being maybe 8 inches from her face. Maybe we'll say a foot. We'll say 12 inches from her face. And how that door is a very heavy door. And a lot of airflow from the vent, it goes out. So similar to what you were talking about with a door that like literally shoved you out of there in Minnesota. Remember
that dome in Minneapolis.
Very similar to how this door operates as you open it, and it just...
There's a whoosh of
this
air.
Hurricane of smell will go right into the hallway, which will lead into the kitchen.
Did you try to mask it by saying, I don't know who was in there before me, but be careful.
Somebody died.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use that.
This was a 12-round fight. This was her third jiggle of the handle. I can't paint of any other picture.
Really? She had been jiggling the handle?
She was desperate.
No.
I just imagine sweat just going all down your brow.
Well, after the first jiggle, you're like, okay. And
they
your
probably
head,
cleared out and went to a different locale.
Yeah,
that was closed, I think.
Yeah, the female bathroom was closed.
I think those were remodeling.
But you didn't know that as you were in there and letting your entry hole become an exit hole.
After the first jiggle, I'm like, I hope the person doesn't need to go immediately because I knew I had at least 5 more minutes.
Well, that's why they're there, because they have to go.
I haven't even started,
Did you answer her?
clenching and the wiping process.
Don't
which
clench.
At the time would have been
Did you answer it all?
No,
You have
I
to
told you-
answer.
I
What do
told
you mean? What are you supposed to say?
Answer.
If you don't say anything and you hear 3 jiggles, she's going to get Jody to say, there's nobody in there, it's locked. She's going to open the door and you're going to be sitting there.
Don't make that noise.
You need to let somebody know you're in there.
But what do you say?
You disguise your voice. In a minute.
I told you.
Why is the person from another land?
Yeah.
Because they may leave, and then you can get out without them knowing it was Plowsy. You can say, I'll be on in a second.
But if you say it,
I'll be on in a minute. They don't know, and then if she's gone, you got out without her knowing you're in
I
there.
think it'd be way more creepy with the smell that were going on there if I faked that I was a female and walk out at this male who just clearly had a run-in with something the night before.
So when the time came and you unfortunately passed like 2 ships in the night, what was the exchange?
Well, after the second jiggle, I did the...
so you did answer. Okay.
So it's like I just letting them know that yes, someone is setting up base camp.
But couldn't pin that sound just to you.
Yeah, correct. It's just a random cop, but obviously Jody doesn't need to come into play.
You don't need to get the key.
Yeah, because now you know.
By the way, Jackson, have you seen anybody exit since me, you, and Iggy have been jiggling on the handle at 9 o'clock?
I'm gonna go jiggle.
If it's still, just go get Jody. There's nobody in there.
But like you said, like what if I open up and
we'll knock, and if they don't say, is anybody in here before I get Jody?
Yeah.
Essentially, now we mean business.
You want me to do
We're
it?
getting the key.
You want me to do
We're
it?
gonna find out if it's still locked. Jackson's gonna go check.
I'm gonna go check.
So you pass Casey, and what do you say?
There's nothing to be said. No, I'm really funny and I'm like quick on my feet. At that point, you just you got to accept what happened in there. You know, it's not fun. It wasn't fun for me. Trust me.
You struggled.
It took every bit of me not to waddle out like a penguin after that.
You say what the pastor said in the Deadwood series when he walked by Al and said, "I apologize for the smell."
There you go.
The door is still locked.
The door is still locked.
Did you see if there's anybody in there?
It's a door, brah. Like
I'll be right back.
Jackson,
Can you push your microphone into the hallway? You're going to hear me.
He's now going to harass who's ever in there.
Why would you do that?
If there's nobody in there, I'm getting Jody.
What if it's a new person since 9 o'clock?
It's been 30 minutes.
But a new person could have left, and now a new person's in there.
He opened the door and
You know what I'm
somebody's
saying?
setting like just all over. Like,
this could be another unfortunate moment for us here in our 8 months at Hubbard.
Here goes Iggy in all white going to harass
It's like
the
an
person.
angel of death.
He's going to go harass the person who's just trying to use the bathroom.
All right, so the Plowhawk and Casey, ever since that moment, there has been, what you feel anyway, in your head, at the very least, that there's some tension.
Well, I thought a little bit, and then once I rammed her like a rhinoceros at like 4:45 in the morning that one morning last week.
When she was in Jackson's studio.
Yes, it was complete dark, and my head ran into her shoulder.
And what'd you say when you did that?
Oopsies. And she just turned back to the monitors.
She's probably like, why did we hire this toddler to come and work here?
I feel bad. So I think that set a bad tone as well.
Ken is back.
There's nobody in there.
Nobody in there.
I knocked, nobody answered. I told Jody to open it.
There you go.
And she opened it?
Well, she's going to. I don't think she has a key
That makes
on
me
her.
feel better because I was thinking, boy, somebody is really having a
thoughts and prayers to that guy.
session.
You shouldn't use that restroom.
Why?
You should, because there's two. There's a large ladies' room and a large men's room. Very clean, very nice. A short distance down the hallway.
This one is nice and clean, too, and it's right there.
Right, but you shouldn't be going number 2 in that path.
No.
Well, it's better to go 2 in there when you're by yourself than go the other one and you're taking a dump and somebody comes in right next to you. Then you got to hold it till they
There's
leave.
no one
It's
right
not
next to you.
weird to use
There's
the bathroom.
doors and everything.
Yeah, it's like
and
a
this
it's
larger,
like a hotel.
Right,
If
it's like a
somebody sits
country
down
club
next to
restroom.
me, I got to stop.
You won't even know there's anyone there. It's like a country club restroom with doors and
And I
everything.
very
walls.
rarely do that here.
Get yourself regular,
I am.
man.
I do it at home.
That is a showdown. Like when you're in the middle or just beginning, someone gets into the stall next to you. Like both people's thought process is, I'm going to hold this till the next guy gets done. But if that is the case, then you are playing like chicken with your bow.
Harold and Kumar go to White
wait.
Castle.
And you're thinking about that congressman from Idaho in the airport.
Oh, the toe tapping.
Who got his wide base and started tapping on toes.
He was going cruising.
Yeah, so we have HR here, so it won't happen here. But I can't. If somebody sits down, if I happen to have to go in a public place, which is very rare, I hate it. I will do it. And if somebody comes in right next to me, hear the pants unzip, go down, I stop. I'm not going to make a move until he's gone. Now, if he's in there for the duration, I pull up my pants and just try to wait and do something else.
So here is the latest, though, on the Casey situation. I run into Remy in the kitchen yesterday. Good people. He co-hosts with Casey.
He helped me fix the coffee the other day.
Ah, there you go. And he said, hey, we got some, I think we're getting some texts from your listeners into our show.
Great.
Is there a show that doesn't get our text now?
I feel so bad for her.
And he goes, I didn't know what had happened, but now I said, has she ever said anything to you about this incident that our listeners were texting into WIL about?
Yeah.
And he goes, no, I don't think she knew what happened. He goes, you ought to get her on the show to discuss it. And I thought, I'd like that, but then at the same time, if she doesn't know anything about it, now we're calling attention to Doug, what is now known as the incident.
Yeah.
Maybe the smell was so strong it was like a chloroform based, where she doesn't remember the incident because she was like so dizzy.
Doesn't even know what
and hazed.
happened. Yeah.
Maybe she didn't want to embarrass you. I wouldn't want to do that if somebody walked out and it smelled like somebody dropped a fart bomb in there.
Now, my next segment,
I wouldn't want to say, what'd you do in there, buddy? Or if it's a female, what happened in there? No, you just kind of, thank you. And you just kind of ignore it. You don't want to embarrass them.
For me, if I'm on the other end of that door, I'm coming in the studio and just laying into, maybe not laying into, but certainly painting a picture of what happened in there. So
Maybe they probably just need to make that a ladies' room. Put a sign over that, ladies only, and the gentleman can walk an extra 10 feet the
Why
other
don't you
direction
mind your own business?
and use a country club quality restroom like everyone else.
Well, at 5:15, no females are here. I will still christen that thing every morning. So that's fine with me, but like I think that's a little too far.
That's like a little powder room for guests who come in. You know, people don't work here. They walk in the front lobby. There's a restroom right there, just for their convenience. It should not be. It's probably not even an employee restroom.
I used it as
the ladies have their own bathroom. The ladies have their own bathroom.
So do the men.
All right, now and there's one for everybody.
That's like the courtesy
There's one of
restroom for the
each.
guests to the station.
Why would the women need 2 bathrooms and the men 1 when you can have 1 men, 1
to
women,
keep the
and
men
1 unisex?
out, to keep the men out of the
why
bathroom
don't
that's
you
right
just
in
don't
front of
worry
the
about it?
station. I am worried about it because of what you guys are doing to it.
What do you mean me? I'm not the one that did it.
Oh, you do it in a second.
Well, if I had to as emergency,
Yeah, but this.
but I try not to.
Emergency, go to the men's room.
Don't tell me where to go to the bathroom.
I'm telling you to go to the men's room.
When you can smell.
God, what are you? You're like a bathroom elitist.
Just, how about have some common courtesy once in a while? You ever think of that?
I hope one day that you really have to go, and you're
I'd go to the main restroom.
and you're like Plowsy, clenching your butt cheeks.
There's no clenching.
And you get down to that one, the main one, and there's 3 guys in there. There's nowhere to go.
But there's doors
And
and
I
there's
see
walls.
I see you waddling down to that one. I'm going to go in front of you and lock the door.
I won't be waddling.
Oh, like I said, it would just. You ever taken one that's not painful, but it's like, wow, I just went through it.
Gosh.
Sometimes it's better than sex.
Was it the Marie Callender's got you again there?
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
The Catalyst.
I stopped doing those. Now I do the
Banquet.
No, I do the Hungry Man.
Banquets are too tiny.
Yeah, and they're too bland.
Yeah.
Hungry Man at least got some.
So, Jackson, do you think you can book Casey on the program, or should we avoid it and just pretend like the whole incident never happened?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on the if we draw attention to it.
You want me to?
Are you just going to wander into their studio now?
Oh.
Yeah, we'll let Iggy.
No, after the show, maybe kind of
I'm
put
sorry, I thought this was Casey.
kind of put a feeler out with her and just kind of see what she says and see if it's worth asking.
Well, I want to know if there are 2 candles in there and like a spray.
Candles?
Not anymore. They took them back.
Incense.
With
Like
candles?
the $5.99
You had
bathroom
candles,
with the
the
dog
first-
bowl.
You're talking about the old place with the dog bowl.
6 toilet paper holders.
I want to know if that's
Empty.
because of me. You know, I want to. I didn't know if there were any complaints because of me.
Well, yeah, the unisex restroom, and I would have these. Sometimes we'd have sound stories, and it would be like a lady who was, in her 80s, and she'd go, before we start, can I use the restroom? And I'd be like, God almighty. Maybe I should drive you to my house a couple minutes away as opposed to send you into that thing.
There was a Huck's down the road.
Oh, that Huck's is great. And I love that once a month they did have that cleaning crew. It was like 3 or 4 ladies. And you could tell in the parking lot they drew straws. Because, the girl that walked into the bathroom, you could just tell on her face, it's a bad day. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I have
It's
a
a
dog bowl.
unisex restroom that looks like a prison, and there's an incense holder in there and a dog bowl, and nobody even batted an eye. It's like, well, of course, why wouldn't there be a dog bowl in the bathroom?
You ever been to an employee bathroom that has no toilet paper or paper towels, but a dog bowl?
My favorite is seeing the paper towels that are off the paper towel roll that are on the sink. Clearly, those are not. That's now the paper. That's the toilet paper.
That's risky for the plumbing.
Oh, that's an ordeal.
So, Iggy, you're going to talk with Casey after today's
Yeah, I'll kind of
TMA?
feel her out and see if it's something
What
that.
are you going to say?
I'll just say, hey, we were talking on the air today about that. There was a day that Plowsy really did a number on the bathroom there.
Oh, so you're going to be direct.
She'll be
and
thrilled to hear that. we
Well,
talked
if she
about it
says,
on the radio.
I don't really remember that, then there's no reason to bring her in because she's not going to say anything. If she says, and I'll just say we were talking about it on the air, would you want to come in and kind of elaborate your feeling when? And if she says, I didn't really notice, then we have no story.
Yep.
She definitely will have a phone call to take at that time, whatever time it is.
Yeah.
No, it would have to be during one of their breaks.
But I am glad that she
A phone call.
doesn't remember it. But I'm telling you, that smell, it's unforgettable. So I know deep down somewhere in her subconscious she remembers that day.
You guys keep lighting up
It's like
that bathroom.
mustard
We're going to
gas,
get kicked
man.
out of here. We're going to get thrown out. They were upset that I warmed up a couple of shrimp in the kitchen.
Yeah,
that
between
was a horrible thing. Now you guys are lighting up these restrooms right at the front of the building.
Look,
You're going to get us thrown out of here.
Between the scallops and the bathroom.
There's Febreze in there now.
We're not long for the HT2.
I mean, if you take one you think smells, you just spray the Febreze. Now, I will say that Febreze, they've got to come up with a new type of aerosol.
Okay.
When you spray the Febreze and you look down on the floor is sopping wet. It just puts a wet film on the floor where you could slip on that.
Well, that liquid's got to go somewhere.
They would evaporate.
What's the ionizer? What's the name of that? There's a spray. I got to look it up.
Air duster?
I turned his mic off. No, but somebody's going to slip in there. That stuff, it just wets the floor.
Your thoughts are welcome. Email in Design Air Heating and Cooling. Email today comes up in 10 minutes. And then also, Plowhawk, you have a brother in arms. Is this from New Orleans, Jackson?
Yep.
This guy is not happy with Bailey's. Take a listen.
Get the lever, Plowsy.
I'm going to put this as succinctly as I can. F Bally Sports. The worst part is I love Joel Myers and Antonio Daniels. I think they're one of the best combinations in the entirety of the NBA. And it's not even that you're asking me to pay. I'm down to pay. But $20 a month? That is rapacious. You are taking advantage because you know that you have the only avenue with which to view this Pelican team. At a time when you're trying to gain heart and mind share, you're trying to charge $20 a month? I would have paid $10. No problem. Wouldn't blinked an eye. This is your only avenue to watching the Pelicans. And you just been with direct TV. I don't want to.
Oh, there we go.
I just want to watch the games.
There we go.
It's a fan base that has more excitement in it entering this season than it's ever had before, and yet they are making it oppressively hard and expensive on the actual people who care and want to watch. Pathetic, Bally. Read the room. You suck.
Oh, they suck.
Rapacious.
Does every sports station in the country play music during their takes now?
Rapacious means aggressively greedy or grasping. I'd never heard that word. Did you
A
know
nice
that?
word. We ought to incorporate into
Living
our
on
lexicon.
prey, ravenous, a rapacious appetite, aggressively
What was
grasping.
he playing? I Need a Hero?
Yeah.
Is that what he's playing in the back?
It did sound like I Need a Hero.
Yeah, it
Like
definitely
Bonnie
was.
Tyler. Did you know she was Scottish?
No.
Kind of fun.
Didn't really pay attention to that.
Hey, Ken, leave the poor girl alone. Last thing she wants is a conversation about sludge with an old creepy pervert.
True dat.
I think I would agree.
Dat.
That's the thing is, how would you even broach the conversation? Do you know our board operator?
I have a
Plowboy?
way of doing it.
That's a good way to start
And
it.
don't call me a
Jackson.
creep just because I talk to coworkers here.
It's always female coworkers, and when you're talking about someone's poop, that's creepy, my friend.
Either she noticed it or she didn't. We've been talking about it. We're bringing her name up. Is that fair that we bring her name up and she may not know what we're talking about?
My advice all along is let it go. Let it go.
You know, this has been a day where I'm just getting tired of you telling me what to do like 9 times a day.
Let it go.
He has reached his boiling point.
You're gonna hit the squared circle, boys?
Yeah, by the way, there's 9 people on the golf course. You got the guy in the lead and the guy in 9th. There's a little update for you.
Oh, okay.
What is true, it's the worst app on the planet. And I don't even know if that's a bad take. I think it is the worst app I have ever tried to open, I've ever downloaded, I've ever tried to use.
Homeboy just wants to watch the Pelicans.
Sometimes for me it works great. I can be out and about in the car, in a store somewhere, and I can sit and watch the Cardinal game. And then other days, not a thing. Nothing comes up.
Look, he's right though. Look, I pay what? $11 for
That's
Netflix.
rapacious.
For Netflix, I play, I don't know, 20-something for YouTube. I mean, but they have all kinds of stuff. You're paying $20 because you want to watch the Blues. What is on after the Blues? Nothing. Repeats of a banquet from 4 years ago? There's nothing else on there other than the Blues. You're paying $20 a month to watch a Blues game, and they know if you want to watch Blues, you have to pay it. There's nothing else on there except for that.
I remember they took Fox Sports Midwest off of YouTube for a short period of time. And the amount of fans that were pissed, Fox Sports Midwest and YouTube came to an agreement to put it back on. This is clearly a money grab. They made the app. They have just, and now it should count money. They don't fix it at all. People have the same problems, the same issues. I mean, when you're rolling in, hundreds of millions of dollars, knowing that you can have a half-ass app and nobody cares, you're not going to really put a lot of effort into it. It is unusable for me. I deleted
You would
it.
think they would want their customers to be happy. I don't think I pay $20 a month for that.
Oh, I wouldn't pay $20.
I don't.
For that. Oh, I'm gonna say.
Is it because I get it on Spectrum?
Well, going to be $20 a month.
They're going to start charging me
They are
$20.
going to start. Since it's so successful of watching a bunch of ads.
Well, I would definitely drop it because I don't watch it. I don't use it that much.
Oh, people were pissed. And they should be. It's just a terrible app that's trying to, collect more money.
He did get a Fesco in there at one point.
It did sound a little Fesco.
Oh, yeah.
It did sound a little Fescosian.
And then
Fescosian?
Then he sounded like Iggy with, like, this part. Let me try this, yeah.
It's been a little bit to make TV. I don't want to!
Oh, my God, it's 2007.
So good.
I've learned 2 new words just in this hour.
What was that voice?
I don't know. He was pissed for 1 second.
Yeah, he had to get it in there. At some point in a rant, you have to scream.
Mm-hmm.
And he got it in there right there.
But look at the TMA STL app for an HD2 radio show with a couple of podcasts. It's the easiest app I have ever used.
Is it?
It always works.
Yeah, it's free.
It's free. It's really easy to navigate.
You can win $200 from Muggsy.
And you can win $200
from Muggsy right now.
Yeah, Bailey's ain't doing that.
I don't get it. There's ways to make an app very user-friendly and easy. I just don't know why they have such a problem. And all these problems should have been fixed, a calendar year ago.
Yeah. Well, if you paid the Cardinals $1 billion for the rights to show their games, you're going to want to make money off of it. You have to make some money off that.
I think the timing, the product is so bad. I mean, people were just complaining the other day and tagging them in it they couldn't watch the game. And now you're implementing a paid service, but no real ideas on how to fix the stream.
And these are people at home watching who don't get cable, who sit down on their couch ready to watch the Cardinals on the Bailey's app and can't watch it.
Black screens or just plays
as opposed to my
ads.
little issue where sometimes I watch on my phone when I'm in a car or something.
Correct. These are people's main source of getting Cardinal. It's not being on the road and happen to want to see an inning. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited for it because I can't wait to watch it crash and burn. Francesa hyped up his app, and look at what happened. He refused to say how many people subscribed because he was embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see changes happen.
Homeboy needs to download League Pass.
Doug, Homeboy needs to download League Pass.
Yeah, that dude definitely. NBA League Pass is good. It's way better than the MLB package that you can offer because of blackout dates.
I need a hero.
Why ain't that plug?
Darn it! It's just been a little bit to make TV. I don't want to!
You went Fescosian.
That dude's pissed.
Oh, God.
Well, we have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today in a matter of moments here in our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. I would like to tell the people about Stratum Structural Systems. Iggy, what are you seeing precipitation-wise over the next 5 days? In case
there's a couple of days that there may be a front moving in.
What do we got going on?
It's not going to be anything torrential. It's going to be, weather's going to be nice. The temperatures are going to be nice.
Yeah.
Maybe a spot shower here or there, but nothing bad.
Okay, there you go. If you do deal with any water situations or foundation issues, make sure that you call Stratum Structural Systems, 314-620-8153, or go online at stratumrepair.com and work with Matt Ford. Work with Brett Groman. It's who I worked with when we had an issue a couple of weeks ago. It is Stratum. They are local, so think local. Think Stratum, known for their integrity and authority with over 5 decades of combined structural experience in basement waterproofing and foundation repair. They're in Chesterfield, Missouri, and Columbia, Illinois, and you call 314-620-8153 and let them know you are a TMA listener, and you get $100 off your repair project. It's Stratum Structural Systems online at stratumrepair.com for waterproofing needs and for foundation needs. Work with the best, and the best in St. Louis is the local company, and that is Stratum Structural Systems online at stratumrepair.com, or call 314-620-8153 and let them know you're a TMA listener to get $100 off. There's a lot of common sense and Western wisdom, Doug, like don't squat with your spurs on. Always drink upstream from the fan page. There's also Western wisdom that's less common, like never steal from a bear what you can't make for yourself, or a twink doesn't know his worth until he's eye to eye with a rattlesnake holding a toad. I'm sure there's a good lesson in there somewhere, but there's one lesson that's perfectly clear. Fistful of Bourbon is an award-winning blend of 5 straight bourbons and as smooth as a banker on Friday. Get wise, pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York. And while you're there, think about it. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about not squatting with my spurs on, actually. Every time you say that, I think, I don't even own a pair of spurs. Maybe I should get them.
You have spurs at all, the jingle?
I've got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, ga, 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 as I go riding merrily along. Ga, 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 ga.
You ever played leapfrog in the asparagus patch?
Nurse?
No.
Anybody see my nurse?
No. Should I have?
It was a fun game as a kid.
What is that?
I just made it up, Doug. I don't believe there are asparagus patches.
Think about that.
What in the world? Okay. My whole point was I don't have a pair of spurs.
Dear Deidre, I've come up with the perfect solution to my girlfriend's orgasm problem. We should have a threesome.
Oh, that'll go over well.
I think the reason she never reaches climax during sex with me is because my manhood's too small.
Yeah.
It's not tiny, but it's clearly not big enough to satisfy her properly. I am 24 and my girlfriend is 21. Everybody has the same writing style. You ever notice that? Like they kind of set the problem and then the age?
No, they haven't changed the writer into the stories yet, so that's... And I can tell you right now what's going to happen. She's going to say, it's not your size.
We've been seeing each other for 4 months. She's quite shy in bed and doesn't like talking about sex, but I get the impression that she's had orgasms before. Yet however long I manage to last with her, she lies there looking bored, as if she just wants it to be over. It's stopping me from enjoying sex now, too. I'm not a selfish lover. I want to give her pleasure. I'm also worried that if I can't satisfy her in some way soon, she'll get frustrated and break up with me.
Yeah, so bring another guy into the bed. That'll help.
But that would be a shame, because I am falling in love. Occasionally, I watch a bit of porn online, and I see lots of women enjoying the attention of 2 men.
Oh.
They always seem to have mind-blowing orgasms that way. So I was thinking that if I could find another guy to join me and my girlfriend, she would finally have one, too.
You are a dolt.
I just need to find another guy with a bigger penis than mine. I'm not gay and have no interest in sex with him, but I'm sure I'll enjoy watching him have sex with her.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I really like it.
Oh, my God, this guy's all over the place.
Where can I find another guy? I think it would be better if it's someone we don't know.
Oh.
Here's some advice, Doug.
Okay.
While there might be some, from Deidre, while there might be some merit in spicing up your love life, please think twice before suggesting a threesome. The last thing you want to do is wreck your relationship. Focus on helping your girlfriend to enjoy sex with you before even considering branching out. Please be assured penis size has very little to do with whether a woman reaches orgasm. Most women don't climax from penetrative sex, but from oral or manual. It's also really important that a woman is turned on, and that is more in the brain than the body. So make sure your girlfriend is relaxed and in the mood before you start by touching and kissing her all over. Ask her to show you what turns her on. From your email, you are doing a lot of guessing without communicating. Good communication is key to good sex. If you are close enough to have sex, you really ought to be close enough to talk things through. My support pack, How to Thrill a Woman in Bed, should help you.
Oh.
Iggy, you don't think this is a good idea?
No, this guy is just a dumbass.
Why? Oh, come on now. He's burying his soul here.
First he said she's very shy in bed. So you're going to bring a strange dude in with you? That ought to do it. I'm small. I'm not satisfying her. She's bored. I get bored. I want to satisfy her. Let's get another guy. Where do I find a guy? She can't answer any of your questions.
You don't seem sensitive to his plight in the least.
You're bad in bed. How about that?
Yeah.
All of these problems you have, but it's always the same. And I'm falling in love. I've been here for 4 months. Sex is bad. She's bored with me. I'm too small. I love her. God almighty.
This person's name Johnson by any chance?
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson.
Where can I find Johnny Johnson to help me? No, these are the more we read these or hear these, they're so made up.
That guy needs mentality though, because
Boy, does he ever. Go to lowtusa.com. That's what I did when I was sending letters into Deidre.
Well.
Nobody said anything about it. I just figured it out. It's FDA-approved testosterone treatment. Board-certified physicians who work with most insurance. If you're dealing with low energy, weight gain, muscle loss, fatigue, you're tired all the time, irritable, impatient, dealing with anxiety or depression, you could be dealing with low testosterone. So go to lowtusa.com. And Mentality is a local healthcare facility specifically dedicated to helping men feel and perform their very best. When you feel like you don't have the energy or drive to keep up with your kids after work, if you just feel like you did 5 or 10 years ago and be your best, be the best father, husband, and friend you know you could be, that's where Mentality comes into play. Compete at work and sports like you did years ago. Your career is a competition, and you need every edge you can in today's rapidly changing market. Do not let age be an excuse to settle for second. Go to lowtusa.com and check out Mentality. And Doug, you would say check out Dense Express.
Well, that's what you should check out, definitely. If you got a little dent in your car, a little ding, you don't know where you got it, maybe a grocery store parking lot, and you go, oh, gosh, it's ruined the look of my car. Well, you know where you go. You go to Dense Express, where they have a thing that you guys don't understand.
What is that?
But I do. It's called paintless dent repair.
Wait.
They can repair that dent without making a big fuss, without having to paint, and without needing a very expensive repair job or one that takes a week or so. I mean, sometimes they can get you in and out in a half hour or less. And they did that to my car. They can repair little hail damage, cosmetic wheel repair. 2 locations at Dense Express. They've got one on Manchester and West County, about an 8-iron from Munganess Honda out there. And they've got one on Hughes Lane out in St. Charles. Family owned and operated since the early 90s by the Wilson family. You go see Gray, it'll make your day. That's Gray Wilson. He'll take good care of you. He'll do it real nice like. Dense Express, it's where you go to get your car looking its absolute best. They will take care of you in a big way. Their website, denseexpressstl.com. If your car is a dimpled mess, go see Dense Express.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. How do you do? First of all, Plowsy said he was smart and quick on his feet, and nobody held him accountable. Second of all, bathroom stories are the best. I remember this one time, Uncle Skip and his drinking buddy Tony were over at our trailer. After about an hour, their drunk buddy Johnny asked to use the bathroom. An hour later, that Tony and Skip went in to check in on him. After hearing squishy sounds for about half an hour, I became curious. Just imagine my surprise when I see Uncle Skip holding Tony by his ponytail, making him go to town on a passed-out Johnny's manhood. That's from Philip, and the last name is his ass.
Oh. Philip, his ace.
No, say it right.
Nice. No, I'm good enough.
I think, clearly he's Eastern European, and I think they probably pronounce it differently.
Kevin Miller
Philip, his ace.
Kevin Miller is Lebanese, I believe.
Is that right?
I think so.
Miller? That sounds English to me.
I thought he said he was Lebanese. Maybe Lithuanian.
With a name like Miller?
It sounds Dutch to me.
Miller?
Gack.
Iggy's phone is so flippin' loud, its vibrate mode would make a Simeon proud. It drowned out the whistling that we all hate. Doug, I'd love to live in your gape. That's from Glenn with 1 L.
You like a good poem, don't you?
Glenn, I do. Glenn with 1 L. I didn't like that poem, but most poems, yes.
And finally, it's good to be home. I recently returned to STL after a short weekend getaway, and I was so excited to reunite with my boyfriend, Gus. He greeted me with a kiss, but something felt off. His breath smelled like Preparation 8.
No.
I shrugged it off, but later I found some soiled boxer shorts stuffed down in the bottom of the bathroom trash can. Gus has been known to accidentally fill his britches with creamy mud pies every so often. What since he has IBS and all, but Gus wears briefs, not boxers. There's no denying that the soggy undies belong to another man. I soon realized that while I was out of town, my lover had hooked up with his ex-boyfriend, Roger, a retired forklift operator from DeSoto.
Roger?
Damn.
And he's retired.
All right, well, it's very lucrative to drive a forklift.
How do I know? Well, little Raj, who is also my ex-boyfriend, recently posted on Facebook looking for a doctor to treat his unruly hemorrhoids. How else would you explain the smell of Preparation H on Gus's breath? The thing that hurts the most is that I was out of town and didn't get to watch Gus treat Roger's backside like a Shoney's all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh.
From the JV golf coach. Doug, and that's what we have for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling all day. Kind of a little table setter for balloon party.
JV golf coach. His email was especially stupid. And that's kind of what we like, right? Normally I like a poem, but Glenn took a shot at me. And Philip, he's ace. Until he figures out where he's from, where his family is, I can't vote for him.
You thought they're Dutch?
I didn't know. I think they're probably English. I'm going to go for JV golf coach.
It's so vile. Just thinking of it.
When did that ever bother you?
I'm going to vote for it. JV golf coach.
JV Golf Coach is
I
a
don't know
shit.
about that. Nice.
The Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day, the morning after at InsideSTL.com is how you can compete. Now you just can send your text into 65780, the Air Comfort Service text line right there down the hallway. And we have Balloon Party coming your way in a matter of moments. Jackson and I will be bringing the heat. Cardinal Day game today. Doug, how do you do?
Well, I like a good busman special.
It's a busman's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day for a ball game.
And you're going, aren't you?
I'm going. I'm taking my son to his first game today. Can't wait.
It's going to be a gorgeous day for it, Timothy.
Is that right?
Yes, beautiful.
Anything I should make sure to do?
Take a glove in case a foul ball comes your way.
Avoid the Dippin' Dot station.
Dippin' Dots? I've never had Dippin' Dots.
It's really just ice cube, flavored ice little pellets.
All right.
That's what it feels like.
I've seen Jameson on the golf course. I would suggest keep him away from anything that is anything resembling a sprinkler.
You think there might be sprinklers in the
Or
stand?
somewhere where there's a little bit of water where he can jump into.
Helmet nacho really is kind of the.
He's a helmet nacho guy either.
Well, you get him. Nobody born a helmet nacho.
Today's the day. Today's the day that he gets that first
What are
one.
those things? Like $15 probably?
Oh, I'm sure they
$18.75.
No way.
Yeah.
I went to the game on Friday night.
Did you get one?
Absolutely not.
Clean the helmet off and got yourself.
That's the thing why the people on Balloon Party don't like you, Jackson, because you don't support the helmet nacho and you like the NBA.
When they're the latter being the most important, but I get a pastrami dog every time I'm there.
You don't have to give the section,
Sounds
but
horrible. A pastrami hot dog?
It's hot dog with pastrami on top.
Stop. It's awesome.
you don't have to give your section. But where are you sitting?
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, field box, upper terrace, suite.
Only
because if you're down toward the field, get there early and take Jameson down toward the front.
I got to do the show, and the game's at 12:15.
Oh, yeah. Because I'll get a couple of balls down there, and the players usually come down and hang out. And
Yeah. No, it would be great, but I got Balloon Party.
Jackson can take care of it.
Jackson, you want to do Balloon Party Han Solo?
That sounds like Jackson.
Jackson has left. Jackson
Yes. No.
You can read the NBA schedule.
If I just turn the text line off and just give NBA takes.
He's on LinkedIn. Very
God,
eager
that would
for
be good
work.
entertainment.
He's got to help me with my Lisa Ann podcast.
Oh, yeah. Well, you doing that? What time is that?
11:30.
11:30. All right.
Hopefully the sound works today.
Well, let's hope.
All right. So a lot coming up, and then Pepper and Genie. What's going on in Pepper and Genie?
We don't know.
No clue.
Yep, there you go, Doug. Everything is
Okay.
Give us a topic, Mr. Licks.
Everything's lining up perfectly here.
It's on Licks to come up with the topics,
What do you
not on
think,
you
Aaron?
guys, that's for sure.
Balloon Party next, Pepper and Genie next, Iggy with Lisa Ann next. A lot of things going on, and you got TMA all day here on 105.7 HD2. You can stream it, go back and watch. We had a big 7 o'clock hour. All of that coming your way. This has been the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
KPN